right, are we live? Yes, we are live. Welcome to another episode of the Prime Time Gorehounds. I am Pretty Boy Tim's here with Paul with another watch long, and this time we're going to do a little something a little bit different today. We are, of course, going to be watching the 1974 classic Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Then, afterwards, we will be first time watching the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre that's just been released on Netflix last night. So it's going to be a double feature tonight. So definitely looking forward to this. Looking forward to this show. Should be a fun time. Before we get started, hit that like and subscribe button, and also don't forget to share the video as well, and also donate to the Cash App at Primetime313. So yeah, Paul, how are you doing, my guy?
Doing good, man. Surviving the hurricane that's been hitting the UK, but I'm still here.
Yeah. From what you've told me, that's pretty intense. Now, I've never lived through a hurricane. God forbid I ever do in my life. But has it slowed down some? Since last night.
Well, right now we currently got 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, but yesterday it made the history books of being over 120 miles per hour wind gusts.
Golly, man. Well, hey, good to know that you're still good, and then hopefully your friends, family are safe from that, because it sounds like it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, we're all good right now. What's up, Philip? How you doing in the chat?
After 2022. Now, me and Paul, we actually had a discussion about this movie, well, all the movies, and our second video we've done together, discussing the franchise. Now, this is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974. Hey, we said this is a classic film, classic movie, one of the premier slashers in the slasher. Actually, one of the first, because if I remember correctly, this and Black Christmas came out in the same year. Am I correct?
Yeah, they both came out in the same year, a couple months apart, and each one had its own unique components that were unique to this film. Like Black Christmas had the whole eerie suspense with the first-person view, and Leatherface was the first killer in a horror movie to have power tools, and the fact that he was a hulking, big, massive son of a bitch, and also the fact the only killer I know at the time that was wearing a mask.
Yeah, I don't think there were many killers, especially in the 70s, early 70s, before Halloween, where the killers actually were wearing masks at the time. But yeah, man. So as you guys, what's up, Jamarcus? As you guys know how we do it, I got it set at 3 seconds. Now, of course, we'll give you guys time to put the DVD in or the Blu-ray if you still have one, VHS, or of course if you're going to stream it. We'll give you guys time to catch up with us. Gonna give you a couple minutes to catch up with us.
Yep.
But yeah, hopefully everyone had a good Valentine's Day, the last weekend. Don't forget to check out our Valentine watch along, which it felt good to let that pent up frustration out last week.
That was an interesting session, that one right there, man.
Oh, hey, listen, hey, sometimes ungrateful bitches deserve to get called out every now and then.
Fair point.
Yes. Also, don't forget to check out My Bloody Valentine. We've done Black Christmas. We did all the Scream films. Yeah, be sure to check those out. Yeah, very, very, very fun time, and definitely looking forward to this. All right, Paul. I think we're ready to go. All right. So, where you at? Paul? You said 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm 2 seconds in.
Okay, and everything goes.
Hang on a minute, James. Your sound audio was going crazy again. Microphone issues, dude. Normal service will resume as soon as possible, folks.
Now, how about now?
Whoa. You still there, man?
Here.
Yeah, okay, I hear you now. But just now it sounded like something out of Tron. But yeah, you were saying?
I was giving people the instructions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so sure, go ahead.
All right, guys, this is how it goes. When we say play at the end of 3, 2, 1, you press play, okay? So I repeat, we're going to count it down, 3, 2, 1, and you press play. And if you don't press play, you're going to find yourself on the wrong end of a meat hook. Compliments of Leatherface.
Woo! Oh, man. Yes. And we'll discuss the movie, and we'll discuss the very, very, very grueling filmmaking process that these actors had to go through. And I'll just say right now, the hitchhiker Edwin Neal and Marilyn Burns and Gunnar Hansen, there's a very good chance these three people may actually did go a little crazy legit by the end of this movie, because, oh my God, especially
Yeah. Damn. Hang on, dude. Microphone's being a dick. But yeah, what James was saying while he gets his microphone so what James was saying, yeah, there was the filmmaking process on this was very, very grueling, to the point where I think they almost drove each other crazy doing this. But hey, this was back in the day when movies back then were done in like straight up guerrilla filmmaking right here. How's the mic going right now, James? I don't know what's going on with the microphone here, guys, but it seems like the mic issues are going. But we're going to fix this as soon as we can. But yeah, Texas Chainsaw 1974. This was the movie that pretty much kickstarted the whole trend that you see now in most slasher movies when it comes to intimidating dudes wearing some kind of interesting mask. And in this case, with this guy, Leatherface, I mean, this dude was wearing a mask made out of human skin, which back then I bet people were just like, what the fuck when they saw that? I'm just waiting for there you go. I can hear you a little bit there.
How about now?
Yep, I can hear you good now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I definitely can hear you good this time.
All right. You can hear me? You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can definitely hear you.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Sorry
all right.
Guys.
Sorry about that, folks.
Being a dick.
Oh my God. Well, they're used to it at this point. But
yeah. You'd think after years of technology, things would be improved, but we still can't get microphone issues right sometimes.
Well, hey, what can you do? All right. So again, like Paul said, 3, 2, 1, then press play. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
We're in.
A Vortex, Henkel, and Hooper Productions.
Yep.
A film by Toby Hooper. Rest in peace.
Yep. Legend. Here we go.
And we have John. I think John Hinkle. I think is his name. Is that the narration?
No, it's it's got a John Larroquette. I think his name is
John Larroquette. Yes, John Larroquette, who does the narration. Who did come back to do the remake.
This introduction here just sets the fucking tone for what people were going to see. No one was ready for this back then.
And it's funny too because like the marketing of this movie made it seem like this is like based off true events.
Yeah, they gave you that illusion that this shit really did go down. And I guess technically you could say it did. Oh, there's that camera flash. What the hell? Still with me, dude? Man, what is going on today? But yeah, I'll just that scene with the body man, just that was like quick snap clips, just creepy as hell. And of course, you can hit it. Ugh. And that nasty looking decomposed body, man, like, you know, for a film that came out in the 70s, that's some pretty good makeup effects on those fake bodies right there. At least I hope they're fake bodies. Is your microphone working okay now, James?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
God fucking damn it.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what the fuck's going on, dude.
Okay, but what I was saying was, yeah, Toby Hooper definitely had some inspiration, couple of inspirations to do this.
What the hell? James, I don't know what the hell's going on with that mic today, dude, but I mean, we apologize for the tech issues here, folks. Well, there's the opening credits right here. I'm about to say also, if you can hear this as well, James, is that this opening music score, I don't know why, but it just, even though it came out in the 70s, it had that very grimy, dirty ass industrial vibe to it, you know, like you hear in some of these industrial bands that's out there. I think you can hear on the radio reports where they're saying about how there are grave robbings going on and people going missing. Kim Henkel and Tope. I can hear you coughing there, James.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. I have no idea why the microphone's doing what it's doing, dude. But yeah, anyway, for folks, and by the way, I think if memory serves me right, that was an actual dead armadillo that they found, and they decided to use it for this opening scene here. to introduce the main characters here. You still there, dude? What the hell? And here are the four friends. Paracollegiate brother Franklin and their friends Jerry, Kirk, and Pam visit the grave of Heresy's grandfather and to investigate reports of, yeah, here he's pissing in the damn tin right now. And I think also, if I'm correct, I think the filming process, I think lasted for about, like you said, a couple of weeks. Oops. There goes Franklin. I don't know if you're still there, James, but I can't hear you at all in here, dude. I don't know if your mic's having issues or what, dude.
I'm back.
Okay. Dude, what is going on with that microphone, dude?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but it should be good now. It should be good.
Cool. I was just trying to commentate a little bit as best I can. It's a little hard when it's on my own, but trying to hold it here.
Oh, hey, gotta keep you on your toes. Maybe I did that on purpose. You never know.
Hey, you do that on purpose? What are you doing to me?
Hey, you gotta learn how to improvise, adapt.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we were doing a lot of we had to do a presentation as well today with college, and that was one of the guys that was I was supposed to be working with didn't show, so I was just like, oh fuck. So I had to kind of work on my own on that one. So I was just like, not again. But yeah, like you said.
Yeah, but what I was saying was that Ed Gein had taken inspiration from a couple things to do this movie. Like, of course, what did I say? Ed Gein took inspiration.
Ed Gein.
Okay. Toby Hooper took inspiration, of course, with the Ed Gein situation. And I read it in an interview from Toby Hooper. He said that there was a family doctor that he knew that literally like took someone's face, because I think it was like a doctor like worked with dead bodies and stuff. Literally took a dude's face off somebody and wore it as part of a Halloween costume. Like he literally did that. Yeah. And of course, Toby Hooper, who was going Christmas shopping one time, and he's somebody that deals with high anxiety. He doesn't like being in large crowds. Yeah. And he was at a Sears one day, and it was really packed. And he was walking by, the chainsaw areas, and he thought in his mind, like how cool would it be if he could just take the chainsaw, turn that shit on, and to just swing it around at people so everyone would get out of his way.
and that's the inspiration right there, folks.
And that was the inspiration. Those three things were his inspiration to create this movie.
Yeah. And another thing, too, when it comes to Ed Gein, I think Ed Gein, it also inspired another movie as well, Psycho. So this and Psycho were, I guess, in a way inspired. But just think about it. Ed Gein was a mother's boy, and he was very attached to his mom. And so that was Psycho. And then he had the tendency to wear the skin of the people he killed or grave robbed. And that's where the whole Texas Chainsaw concepts came along for some of the stuff these characters do.
Which is that if you actually read up on that story, such a fucked up story.
Yeah, I remember seeing that movie biopic that came out in the late 90s for it too. Like, that is some serious fucked up shit right there, man.
All right, Paul. So where are you at in the movie?
I'm now 10 minutes, 5 seconds in.
10 minutes, 5 seconds.
Yep.
I'm at 10. I'm at 10:15.
Yeah, 10:17 for me.
And of course, then we have our cast of characters, and
The late Marilyn Burns there. And here's that fucking hitchhiker.
Edwin Neal,
Mm.
who strangely resembles fucking James Franco.
That is, yeah, that is freaky as hell. This guy's also had a bit of an interesting run as well with some of the stuff he's been in film wise. I mean, he was in Oliver Stone's JFK. He ended up in what else? Satan's Playground and and he's also had a couple of animation roles. He was in Final Fantasy Unlimited, Happy Lessons, Ninja Resurrection. So he's been in a couple of manga stuff. And as far as video games, oh shit, he was on. I don't know if you remember this video game because this is an old one, but he was on Wing Commander 2 and Crusader No Remorse. I remember those games.
I understand it was the 70s, and I understand hitchhiking was a thing, but I would have never picked this guy up.
I mean, just looking at this dude, like this dude screams completely unfucking hinged.
A
Just
nut job, like now I've had relatives that hitchhiked, but yeah, like the world was a little bit more open and forgiving at the time, but I would have never picked this guy up, man.
yeah, this guy is just out of his fucking mind. And if
Like the
this,
very sec, look at him, like
yeah, like, wait, what's with the blood on his face? What's this about? And what the hell is that he got around his neck? And the stuff he's talking about doesn't that like give off like red flags right there?
the fact that he looks like James Franco is fucking weird, bro. Like if they ever remade this movie, he could play this character.
I'm surprised they never called him up for that 2003 remake. Look at this dude. This dude is whacked. And when we're thinking about hitchhikers, right? If this hitchhiker dude didn't put you off picking someone up, a certain other movie did a couple years later.
Oh well, that movie came out like 6-7 years after this, I think.
About 12.
Yeah, 12. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, what the fuck? Oh, dude, come on, man. Okay, now if this is me, I'm kicking his ass out of the fucking truck just seeing him cut his hand open.
Yeah, I'm kicking him out. Like I wouldn't still be riding with this motherfucker.
Yeah, I'd be like, stop the fucking car, get this fucker out of here. Look at
Yeah,
him. He's fucking nuts.
yeah, I would legit like punch him in the face. I'm just like, yeah, you're getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he'd be getting like my size 10 boot up his ass.
And we're only like 11, like 12, 13 minutes in, then we're already starting like this is.
And now he's got the razor blade.
Oh, how? Jesus. Like, why are you still riding with him?
Yeah, wait. Shouldn't you be like stopping the truck right now? You should have stopped the truck as soon as he started cutting his hand open. God, those fucking cameras. How long's it been since we've seen some of those?
Oh man, they're extinct now. You'll be lucky to find those cameras today.
Antique store, maybe?
More than likely.
Yeah, man.
And this is and like I was telling Paul, like there's a good chance that Edwin Neal probably was legit a little nutty while he shot this film because like I was telling Paul, like they filmed this in dead middle of summer. I think like mid July, early August
I would say
in Texas, in Texas, 115-degree weather for like 17 hours, like a 4-week stretch.
yeah, check this out. It says here that they filmed this in Round Rock, Texas, and it was a small budget with concerns over high cost of equipment. They filmed about 7 days a week, 16 hours a day. The weather was humid as fuck. The temperatures peaked at 110 Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and 43 Celsius. So try doing that for 7 days a week, for 16 hours a day in that heat.
And not get paid for it.
Yeah, because like I said, this was an independent film, guys. This wasn't backed by no major studio or anything.
No, it wasn't.
No, I mean it was the production company was Vortex. I'm guessing that was their own gig, and it was distributed by Branston Distribution Company, which was a film company that went out of business because it turned out that the guy who ran that film company had ties with the local mafia. And the money that this movie did make vanished when this company went bust.
Oh shit!
Why would you burn the photo?
Yeah,
Right,
I
get this motherfucker out of here.
yeah, like I would have done it sooner, but hey.
Right, I can assure you right now, you cut my arm, I'm gonna fucking shove that knife up your ass.
Oh yeah, you cut my arm, bro. Yeah, like one of us is dying.
Yeah, look at this fucking nutter. You smearing blood on the goddamn thing, making fucked up faces.
I always took that may be like a sign why he smeared the blood. Like he's basically telling his family, like, hey, these are the next ones.
Yeah. Look at this guy. And you thought Chop Top was crazy.
Yeah, that was. Now I will say the Franklin character. I could definitely say he's one of those friends that that yeah, you're friends with him, but he's definitely a liability.
Well, yeah, and I'm not just talking about the wheelchair side of things. This guy doesn't take things very seriously sometimes, and that could be a detriment, especially if you're in a situation where it's a life and death deal.
Well, no, I mean, I just mean like he has a snowball's chance in hell. Like you're in a wheelchair, and you're going against a chainsaw wielding, hulking maniac. Like you're not gonna make it. Like
you're pretty much fucked at that point. If you're in the wheelchair and you got a dude like that gunning at you, like you're done.
Yeah, it's done. Like in the words of Tommy on Halloween Kills, say night night.
Pretty much. It's hard to believe.
And also,
yeah, go on.
And we also have, I forgot what the girl's name is, but she is forever known as probably the greatest ass tracking shot in movie history.
Oh wait, what's her name again? It's not Marilyn Burns. Is
it Kate something?
Her name is Pam, right? Terry McMinn, I think her name is.
Terry McMinn, yes.
What's she doing right now? Let's see what she's up to.
She's probably retired.
Well, it turns out that she recently did a film last year called Awakening. Now get this, that's only her 4th movie in her entire career.
That's probably not really into acting that much.
No, I'm trying to figure out what it is that she's been up to.
All right, where are you at now, Paul?
I am now 19 minutes 57.
19 minutes and 57.
So we're just hitting the 20-minute threshold right now.
No,
Oh, this
I'm at 20. I'm at 2006.
2010.
All right, perfect. But I also hear too what I like about this. Like, I don't know, but it's because of the way it's shot, but you could definitely feel like the heat. Like you could tell, you could feel like it's really fucking hot.
Yeah.
Like in this movie.
I mean,
Like,
this
go
movie
ahead.
right here is raw filmmaking at its finest.
Well, I mean, even with Halloween 1978, like you could definitely tell, like especially during the night scenes, that you could just feel that it's cold. It's the dead, like it's the middle of fall, you
Yep.
know. But here you could definitely tell this is. You could feel like it's summertime. You're in Texas and it's hot, and like you feel like you're actually in the movie.
Yeah, exactly. You get this vibe that you're actually there living this experience, but from the camera's perspective, they really delivered it with this one.
Toby Hooper really liked this girl's ass.
Well, she does have a nice looking ass, don't she?
She does. Yeah, for a 70s girl, yeah.
Yeah. Man, I can't believe this movie now is fucking
50 years?
40, 48 years. It's been 48 years since this movie came out, people.
Why does he still have the knife?
I think that's his knife.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's his knife that the hitchhiker used to cut himself. Why do you still have the knife? Why are you picking at it? Why are you picking at the blood?
What's with the fascination? Like what gives here?
Like you don't know. Like I understand, AIDS and stuff wasn't really a thing back in the day, but yo,
You never know what that guy was carrying back then.
like here, 1974, again, like we said with Black Christmas, it was a different world back then.
It was.
Like, yeah, hitchhikers, yeah, people picking up random people. Everyone was fucking everybody with no condoms. Like, it was a different time.
Yeah, and you had the jeans and trousers that were very loose at the very bottom ends, and the boots had the high lifts in them and shit like that. Yeah, everything was a different world back then. Right down to the fashion and just how everything in the world was back then.
Bro, I cannot imagine. Like, imagine taking somebody that was born in 2000 and put them in a time machine and put them back in 1974. They would lose their damn minds.
Well, first of all, they'll be wondering where the hell's a phone signal? Where's the internet?
Oh, bro, yeah. Bro, you know what would be crazy? If you went back and with a cell phone in 1974, everyone would look at you like you need to be in a mental institution.
They'll be looking at you like thinking, well, first of all, what the fuck is that? And second of all, why is it so damn high tech? Can you imagine going back in time and introducing people back then, technology, what it's going to be like 50 years on? They'd be like, the fuck?
Yeah, just like, hey, like probably like in a decade, y'all will get a computer.
Yeah. We didn't have CD players at the time. It was all cassettes and I think it was Betamax videotapes back then. You remember the Betamax ones? For anyone who's old enough to remember, I'm sure Philip will remember the Betamax tapes because I remember him telling me about some of the films that he had that was on there. And that was before VHS.
Oh man, and now you see, Paul, like when you see the van like driving, you can see like the heat waves.
Yeah, that's
like
heat.
Yeah, you could like this ain't. Now, of course, like it'd be different nowadays. I'm pretty sure movie studio, like even low budget films today, would take better care of their actors and all that. So they'll have trailers and air conditioning.
Yeah, exactly.
But this, like you said, this is 100% raw filmmaking. Like they're going through it right now.
Yeah, like this is, like I said, this was at a time we had upcoming filmmakers, and this was at a time when big studios were not going to put money behind something like this because they thought, yeah, it's probably not going to do very well. So this is like straight up independent filmmaking. And when you're a first time filmmaker, you're not going to get all your resources right away. Most of it's going to be coming out of your own pocket. Most of the vehicle stuff is going to be all down to you, planning, mapping, and most of these places. I mean, think about this too. Some of these places you're not going to be able to get permits for, so they have to literally like guerrilla filmmaking style, get in, get the shots, get out before someone catches you out. And places like these, which is completely abandoned, few and far in between. If you can find a place like that where you know nobody's occupying it, then you could probably do some interesting things with that place for your scenes. And that's the thing about low-budget films, especially back then. You had to work with what you had back then and just make the most of whatever was there. And I think that's when people become their most creative.
What the fuck is that?
That's a fucking cow's tongue.
It's a cow's tongue?
It looks like it, yeah.
Yeah, because it looks like a fucking finger at first sight.
I was thinking something else, but no, it's definitely a cow's tongue.
Cow's tongue. Ugh. They serve cow's tongue in Texas? God damn.
Oh yeah, back then. Chewing on that like it's tobacco.
So, if I remember correctly, that these teenagers are basically going to visit their, is it Sally's grandfather's grave or something?
Yeah, that was initially what this was about. And that's when they heard about the news reports about the vandalism and the grave robbings, hence that body you saw, like, pretty much stood up on display. Oh, fucking hell, all those gnats. Oh, that's spiders. Daddy long leg spiders. Lots of them.
And like I said, it just this movie just feels just grimy, gritty, dirty, you know.
Yeah, like you got a lot of movies, especially independent films, that will try to replicate that grimy, dirty feel, but at the same time, you know it's a polished movie because, and I'm guessing it's because of the technology and the camera lens that works, and not to mention better working conditions. But back then, these kind of films, you cannot fucking replicate.
Oh,
you can try,
God.
but you can never replicate what these films were like back in the day in terms of its presentation and just that shitty ass feel of it, you know?
Fucking Franklin, man.
Why did you
like I said, like Franklin be one of the type of people that you love him, but he'll hold you back. Like,
yeah, but I guess they didn't want to leave him behind because you kind of feel sorry for someone, and you got this guy who probably doesn't want his disability to stop him from still having a good time, I guess.
But it's just like, I don't know. Like you definitely tell like Frank's one of those type of guys where you're like, where you're like, all right, especially because he keeps bringing up the dude that cut himself. You're like, okay, bro, let it go. Like, just shut up and let it go, man. Your Loki's starting to piss me off a little bit.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, that shit's gone. I don't want this to be about
I don't want to talk about it no more. You know, like,
it's done.
Like, why do you think he did that? You think he was trying to do something? Why do you think? Why would people cut themselves? It's like Franklin, just like let it go, man.
Yeah, and he's getting a bit snarky here.
Like I said, it's just.
Yeah, I'm leaving you behind if you're going to be like that.
Yeah, if you're gonna act like if you're gonna act like that, then yeah, I will definitely leave your ass behind.
Get your own way home. And you were at your elbow. Good, being a douche.
It was like I ain't gonna say that. I ain't that much of an asshole. I was gonna say something. I was gonna say something like, man, like I'll knock your ass off that chair.
No, we can't do that. I didn't have
I didn't say that. My wrestling persona said it.
Yeah. We're blaming it on the wrestling persona, guys. That's the other one talking. Switching for gear.
But that was one of the most fucked up things Hulk Hogan did on Nitro, but when he fucking knocked out Bagwell out the wheelchair, that shit was fucked up. But it was fucked up but funny at the same time.
Yeah. I'll tell you a fucked up thing that happened in wrestling was that time when Shane Douglas, Pitbull, Gary Wolf, and he had that halo thing around his neck, around his head.
Uh-huh.
And he threw him into the ground. And the thing about it, though, Gary Wolf really was legit hurt with a busted neck, and Shane Douglas literally grabbed him while he had the thing around him and threw him to the ground. They had straight up white heat during that day because the people were so fucking outraged. The fans were literally punching and kicking them while they were trying to get to the fucking car. It was wild back then.
Yeah, well, I understand it. Like, 'cause I had a couple beer. I had a beer bottle thrown at me, so I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, throwing a beer bottle at me, not a good idea.
Well, I mean, with me, well, I'm like, I mean, I just look at it like, isn't that the reaction you're supposed to get?
Well, if you're trying to get that kind of heat, then yeah, absolutely. But you got to be careful sometimes because some guys will probably take it to such extreme lengths. And
oh yes, ask Roddy Piper. Like, he'll tell us plenty of stories about motherfuckers trying to stab him after shows or during shows.
what about the times in ECW when the Dudleys pissed off everybody with the shit they were saying to the audience?
Yeah, no, I saw that, and I'm like, even I was kind of like, okay, Bubba, just like, chill now.
when I heard him saying the shit he was saying, it's like, you remember some of that stuff. We got a mom in the front row who told her daughter how to suck. I was just like, oh, fuck.
I don't know if you've seen this, Paul, but look up Ox Baker and Ernie Ladd. I think this was in Tennessee or something. Yeah. No, I think it was either Cleveland or Tennessee, where Ernie Ladd was like a crazy over baby face, and Ox Baker, whose finisher was the heart punch.
Yeah.
And people look like I said, this is what I'm talking. People thought wrestling was like 100% legit. So he kept giving Ernie Ladd the heart punch like 5-6 times, and the fans thought. And the fans thought Ox Baker was legit killing Ernie Ladd. Like, they thought he was killing him.
Oh,
and Ernie Ladd was selling the shit out of it. And bro, you could actually, I think it was in Cleveland. I think, bro, when you could literally see the fans legit throwing shit in the ring. Some fans are trying to get in the ring, and a full on riot happened. Like the last 10 seconds of the video is Ox Baker getting out the ring, running to the back, and you can see a fan chasing him with a chair, and then he fucking whacks Ox Baker in the back of the head with the chair before he completely got away scot-free. It's one of the most wildest wrestling videos that you'll ever see, bro. Like, legit, a riot happened, bro. And it's like,
I'm gonna have to look that up after this.
Yes, look that up. Like, it is. Like, wrestlers today could only wish to get heat like that.
Yeah, this is back in the day before the internet was a thing.
Yes, like I'm grateful that video is still around. Like Ox Baker, Ernie Ladd, Cleveland, bro. It is fucking insane.
Cool.
And the funniest thing was Ernie Ladd, while he was giving him the heart punch, he could tell the vibe in the crowd was starting to change. He was telling Ox Ox, like, I think we should be done here. And then Ox was saying a little more heat. And then he kept on doing it. And then Ernie Ladd was like, Ox, no, for real, I think you should stop. Just a little more heat.
It's enough. Yeah. Oh, here's that house.
Yep, there's a house.
Which, interestingly enough, it's still
up. Yeah.
They moved it to Kingsland, Texas. It's now been restored as a restaurant.
Yeah. And I think the house that they used Texas Chainsaw Massacre is still up as well in the 2003 version.
Yeah, that house is still there, I think. I'm not sure which house they're using in the new one. I think they might have used one of them. Oh, and this place, man! Look at this place, man. Yeah, out on the outside, the house looks perfectly normal, but the moment you go inside and you see bones and feathers and pigs and fuck knows what else everywhere, you know something. You know this is not a good sign.
And this is definitely, and by the way, one of the greatest introductions to a horror character of all time.
Oh, Leatherface! Yeah, this scene right here. Very iconic.
And it's so subtle and it's so simple.
Yeah. That squealing bit. And even the sound effect of the mallet shot. I know it's 70s and it's like makeshift sound effects, but that sound effect when it's just ooh, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Speaking of which, here we
go. Here it comes.
Listen. Oh God.
Woo!
Oh, he's spazzing out.
And him twitching, like, oh God.
And then he hits him again. And then this bit right here. Oof.
And I love that too. Like we don't we don't need to see like the gory deep and up. There's the shot.
Nice ass.
And I love how the house is looming over her. You know, like
just a great camera work set up there. I just love that angle. And I'm not just talking about the woman's ass. I'm talking about with the house as well.
And I love how they recreated that same shot, you know, with Jessica Biel.
Yeah, they did. And they reshot that perfectly.
She does have a nice ass.
Yeah.
Like I said, like something about 70s, 80s women. I was telling Mark this on the podcast. Like they just seem a lot more attractive then than they do now.
Well, they were natural looking. That's why.
Yeah. Is it me, Paul? Does she kind of remind me? She kind of reminds me of Sandy Johnson, Judith Myers on Halloween 1978.
She does, but I don't think she was in that film. Let me
I know it's not Sandy Johnson, but she has a Judith Myers quality to her.
Yeah, she definitely has that look and everything. And here we go, venturing further into the place. And then when you see all this furniture made out of bones and fucking feathers all over the goddamn place. And again, this was a reference to Ed Gein because this is the type of shit he did.
And I heard that these are actually probably not all of them, but a good chunk of them was actually real bones.
Yep, that is true. They actually they used actual bones to create the stuff that you saw. I actually did look into it. It was legit bones that they found and created to the way they wanted to create them. I don't know why. That reminds me of a bloody Carcass album cover. Almost reminds me of Heartworks.
Just think about that. Like it's hot. You're sweating. You know, your boyfriend is all of a sudden missing, and you see this. Like,
well, I'll tell you right now. If I saw that, my ass is out the fucking house, and I'm not even going to stop running. Like, damn, dude. Again,
this was considered shocking and disturbing back then.
Yeah, can you imagine us seeing this back in the day for the very first time, and just people were just like, "What the hell am I watching here?" Because again, nobody back then was expecting a movie like this. I mean, nobody. And it's fucking surprising that Tobe Hooper tried to get this a PG rating,
which is hilarious.
To this day, I still like get baffled by that. Imagine if he actually did get away with that happening.
Oh my God!
Oh fuck, Gunnar Hansen right there.
Like I totally forgot he just comes out like, oh my God.
He just guns after her, man.
And what I love here is that she gets on the meat hook. But here's the thing, we don't see no blood, like we don't see nothing. Like we just see her getting placed on there, and that's all you need to see.
That's the thing about this movie, right? Is that this movie you hardly see any. I mean, you do see some blood, yeah, but you don't see it like ridiculously fucking over the top. It was all down to just the presentation and just using your imagination, and I think the less is more thing actually worked for this to the point where people were just terrified as fuck by what they were seeing. I mean, think about this. You know he's sawing that dude's head off.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to see it, but you can tell what's going on.
Yeah, like you can like you could just tell. And sometimes it's what we don't see that is scary, you know? And I think, you know, Hollywood is kind of, I mean, like there are some movies where they're hard to show any blood. It's still effective, but it just goes to show you that you don't need crazy amounts of gore to make a movie scary. Like that scene was just disturbing. Wow, we hardly didn't see anything.
Yep. Oh, and you may not believe this, but this movie, when it was first released in the UK back in the day, it was banned here. This movie over here never saw the light of day until 1998 when they started bringing some of these movies out. And they did pass it with an 18, fully uncut, in the cinema. And that was when I finally got to see the first one back in 98. Because
Like I
back
said,
then, getting this movie back then, because you see, back in the day, for folks, there's a little bit of a history lesson here for you folks. Back in the day in the UK, if anyone is old enough to remember, we had a thing. There was a witch hunt right at this time during the 70s and 80s. They deemed it the video nasties. You had this conservative bitch called Mary Whitehouse who was hell bent on banning any movie that she felt was inappropriate. And the fucking crazy thing is that for some of these movies, she didn't even watch them. She just looked at the cover and just said, "Yeah, we're banning it." And they're like, "Aren't you going to watch the film and understand the context?" You're like, "No, I don't need to watch it. I can just tell it's going to be bad. I'm going to ban it just by looking at the cover." So after she passed away in, I think it was 1998. That's when they started bringing some of these movies out. Finally, some of these movies, by the way, are still not fully uncut. Like for starters, the "I Spit on Your Grave" movie, including the remake and the sequel to the remake, they still have scenes cut out. You know which scenes I'm talking about. But they eventually released them. And it's the same with this one. It would be years until this movie came. In fact, it was almost 24 years after its initial ban. Then people finally got to see it here.
wow.
It was crazy times back then, dude. Like it's the thing. If you were caught in a video shop, because we had a lot of video shops back in the day. If you were caught with those films in your video rental inventory, the cops would fucking come in, seize your shit, strip you of your fucking store license, get fined, and your ass is in jail.
Yeah, like right there, like you don't think that guy followed us, did you? I'm like, Franklin, if you don't shut the fuck up about that.
I can't believe he's still going on about it. Dude, I don't know why. I just love that sunset shot and the silhouette of him walking in the background there.
Oh, great shot. That is a great shot.
It's a beautiful shot right there. It's like simple shots like that, just they stick with me the most.
Well, no, what's crazy? We're about like 43, 45 minutes in. The movie's halfway done.
Yeah. We've got about, hang on, literally 19 something, like 20 odd minutes, maybe 40 odd minutes left to go. We're 44 minutes in, and we only got, and it's an hour and 23. This is like an 83-minute film. But that's the thing. You don't even notice the time has gone by so quick on this film because you're so engrossed by and engaged by what's going on. You're not just watching this movie, guys. You're pretty much living it.
You're living it, yeah.
And I mean, there are some good movies out there today, but again, I go back to the point where I say that a lot of these movies nowadays seem to have a hard time capturing the feel of what these films had back then.
Agreed, and especially in the night scenes here, especially when we get Gunnar chasing Marilyn, like you could just tell, it's really like dark as hell out there shooting that scene. Like you could just tell, like there's no lighting or nothing. It's legit nighttime.
Yeah, the only thing you got to see is either a torch and maybe clear sky and a moonlight. That's the only lighting you got. Oh, that cow skin on the wallpaper. That collection of skulls, man, that's just eerie as fuck.
And what's interesting is I heard that Gunnar Hansen wasn't the original choice to play Leatherface.
Yeah, I did hear that too. Let me just read that up. Let me see what's going on there with that.
Yeah, because I think they said like the original person that they picked apparently got drunk and stayed in his hotel room and wouldn't leave, and then
that's what it says here.
And I think they said, and they reached out to Gunnar Hansen, who was interested in playing the role, and they said they just simply asked him, "How tall are you?"
Mallet to the face. But yeah, I mean, I think when you think about it, I'm
sorry to cut you off, but it's little stuff like this where Gunnar Hansen, he adds more depth personality to Leatherface than anyone there, because you see him he's freaking out, he's like,
where are all these people coming from?
Like, where are these people coming? Like, why are they coming in my house? Is anyone watching me?
Yeah.
He's simple minded. Like I can't say the other word I want to say, but he's a kid, big kid mentally.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Basically, he has, it's kind of like what you hear when they said about Michael Myers on Halloween Kills, right? He has the mind of the 6-year-old Michael Myers.
Yes.
Trapped in an adult body, and he's going to have those kind of instincts. You know what I'm saying?
Those child, like animals, but he's like very childlike. But I just thought that was just a really good scene where you kind of, like you said, you get like with him sitting in the house and he's like freaking out, like that. That's one scene Gunnar Hansen that has better than most scenes that any other actor Leatherface has done.
That's 100% true right there. And another thing we have to point out as well, Leatherface has multiple different actual names he goes by in this series. I mean, on here he's known as Bubba. And then it was Thomas Hewitt. And then it was Jed Sawyer in that Free Dicks.
Mm-hmm.
So he's had like multiple different names.
Well, it's kind of like one of my problems with this franchise. Like, none of them seem to be connected,
No, it's like that. It's like people have their own idea of how they want to make a Texas Chainsaw movie, and to some extent they might work, not completely 100% work, but to some extent. And then you got ones that just are absolute clusterfuck, like Next Generation and the 3D one, and the last one they did before the new one.
Bro, you can just tell. You can just see how dark it is right now.
Yeah, look at that. You can't see nothing past that car or van.
And just imagine how scary that has to be. Like you literally just saw your boyfriend and your friends, like literally about like an hour and a half ago, and
yeah,
now you're just stuck.
And I can tell you right now from firsthand experience, me and a friend, we've actually walked through woods in the middle of the night in the local woods where we are. And trust me, it's not a good idea, especially if you don't know where the fuck you're going.
Yeah, especially how dark the woods are too. Like,
yeah, and you never know what's there, like wildlife wise and everything like that. Because we got something in the woods, and I think it's in the Plymouth Valley woods. Then they call it like the Beast of Bodmin. It's like a urban legend that's something like that is moving around. It's like a big lynx thing.
Yeah, Sally right now is just she knows
over. Something's up. She knows.
Well, she knows something's up, but she's also she's completely fucking fed up with Franklin right now.
Yeah, she's just like, give me the torch. Fuck off. I want to find out what's going on right now. She's had enough at this point. Franklin, just shut up and just give it a torch, man. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's just the thing. Like I said with Franklin, it's like he'll hold you back, bro. Like it's
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, you don't want to leave him behind because
don't.
he can't defend himself. So it's like a double-edged sword with a character like this.
Well, what? Well, if I remember correctly, Franklin got it in the chest, didn't he?
Oh, he got it more than just in the chest. He had his fucking face hacked off and everything. Because you remember on Texas Chainsaw 2, and you see the skeletal remains, you could see where the chainsaw went through. It wasn't
Oh,
just his
that's
chest.
right. Yeah, yeah.
Here's a question for you. Would you want to be in that woods in the middle of the night knowing there's a fucking maniac with a chainsaw trying to get you?
I wouldn't want to be in the woods. Period. Even if I didn't know there was a maniac out there.
This is why I prefer to live in the city and not a house in the middle of nowhere, because you never know what the fuck you're going to find. If there's one thing movies like this has taught me, don't have a house in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Wait for it. You know it's coming.
And also too, it's like, oh man.
Here it comes, man. This scene, and I remember it on the original trailer when you see Leatherface's mug, and that's what it freeze frames right there on that trailer. Dude, that is
it's creepy, man. It's just I can all imagine how Sally and Frank are feeling right now. It's like, oh
yeah, like you don't know where the hell you are. You don't know where to go. And oh shit, here we go.
Shit!
Oh,
Woo!
you see some blood splatter. You don't see any damage, but
you get the idea. You get the idea.
Like he is like let's go ahead and say it. He is getting destroyed by that chainsaw.
Oh, what a great scream by Marilyn Burns.
Yeah. And think about this too. I think Leatherface was, as well as Billy from Black Christmas, well, the only two killers back then at that time that was going to be running after your ass. And what people don't realize if they've seen this for the first time, Leatherface can fucking run.
I'm sorry. Like, call me selfish, but yeah, you're damn right. I would have ran. Like, if I saw Leatherface to pop out like that, yeah, I would have left Franklin behind too. Like, I'm sorry, buddy. Like,
yo, you know what the way I see it? Better him than me.
Better, yeah. Like I love you, man, but like I'm not gonna have this dude chase me and have to wheel your ass and try to run at the same time. Like, fuck that.
Yeah, like I said, this dude can run.
And what I love about this too, there's really no music playing during this chase scene. There's like a little
ambient sound effect.
There's like an ambient sound effect, but mostly you just hear is the chainsaw.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about this too. Like, well, I think we discussed this too. This is an actual live chainsaw that Gunner is wielding right now.
Yeah, that's a straight up legit chainsaw, bladed and everything. So he's carving the shit out of those trees just to get to her.
And I think there was one situation where I think like he legit almost cuts Marilyn Byrne. I think they said that he was running too close to her.
Yeah, he was.
And he was running too close. He caught up to her, and I think Edwin Neal was probably telling Toby like, hey, you better say cut. Like,
yeah, like it's like once, which is thinking about acting, right? Once you get into that moment, especially when you're wearing a mask, right? You literally transform. You become another person when you're doing mask acting. It's like a transformation. And when people
you get it. You get in the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're doing like I'm doing mask assignments right now on my drama course, and I can tell you right now, some of the stuff I've been doing mask-wise, it is definitely true. You definitely change and you become a different person. Hell, I can even go as far as saying this, especially, and I'm not just talking about me, but some of my classmates. Your confidence boosts when you're wearing a mask because they can't see your face. You have the confidence to really be, act out and be yourself or do something creative. Oh, those dead bodies in the fuck. Ugh, what the fuck?
Like even that room, like, is just eerie. Just like,
dude, what the fuck?
Like it makes you wonder, like, what the fuck could be happening in this house?
I can only imagine.
Like, I just imagine a day when they don't kill anybody.
I don't know if you would consider that a normal day for them. A normal day for them is offing people and making steaks out of them.
And also, too, and it's movies like this that reminds you that if you watch, like, true crime and all that stuff, there is literally people like this that are fucked up, like the Sawyer family.
That's the scary thing about this movie, right? Is that, people can say, oh, it's only a movie, but what you don't realize is the scary shit is there are actually people out there that's like this, and it's true.
Yes, they are out there.
You just don't see them until it's too late.
And I think this is actually I want to say this is probably like the first like true legit chase scene.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I believe it was.
But just imagine being Gunnar Hansen, like you're big as he is. You have to wear this fucking outfit. You have to carry a live chainsaw, and you have to run at full sprint. And God knows how many takes this had to take.
Oh yeah, and not to mention you got to be careful because if you slip and the chainsaw lands the wrong way, yeah.
Which is funny because I think you can find like outtakes of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, he ended up fine, obviously, but there was a moment where you kind of see him when he's running, and you do kind of, even though it's dark, like he does actually trip at one point and fall.
I can tell you right now, the Blu-ray version of this movie I'm watching right now is a 2-disc 40th anniversary, and it contains practically everything, including the outtakes.
This is such a
this chase.
Gunnar and Marilyn are. This is a great scene from them. A great fucking scene from both of them.
This is suspenseful as mad right here.
It's intense. Like it's very intense. And like I said too, and the fact there's no music, there's just a little sound effect, and all you hear is the chainsaw. Like it.
Well, this is.
You see right there. I mean, I don't know if you saw it yet, but there's really a point where he literally was right in front of her. It got to the point where he literally got too close.
He definitely was. Well, back to what I was saying. I always say to people sometimes I like movies that don't have music. This is why I like found footage films, because there's no music. It feels authentic and gives that whole depth of realism. You know what I'm saying?
No, is she at the gas station now, Paul?
Yeah, we're at the gas station.
Now you see, I love what happens there. Like she gets there, she gets there, and everything just stops. Like you don't hear the chainsaw, you don't hear the sound effect. It just stops, like on a dime. Like that. We went through like 5 minutes of that intense moment, and now everything's just calm and peaceful. And you run into a guy who seemed like one of the more nicer guys in the city, and you think everything's just calm. Like I love shit like that.
Yeah, I mean that's just really cool because it also kind of you drop your guard for a minute. You think, okay, everything's cool for now. Maybe something will happen, and then it just shifts gears again, and you realize, oh fuck, this is not good.
But it's funny. I'm just looking back. I'm just like, yeah. I'm just. if I was Toby Hooper, if I was a cast member, I wouldn't like. I would be like, yo, Toby, like Gunner's catching up. Like you might want to just like I don't know if they did that on purpose, but
Yeah,
you might
I'll be like, dude, slow the fuck down.
yeah, like Gunner, like slow down, like. And I also want to say this too. Marilyn Burns does not get enough credit for being a scream queen in horror.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
Like people like to call Jamie Lee Curtis like the scream queen, which she does deserve. But
you can debate that argument with Neve Campbell and maybe this one too.
I gotta say, you can make a case that Marilyn Burns is the true scream queen because literally from the moment, because think about this, Paul, from the moment Franklin dies all the way to the very end of the movie, all she's doing is screaming.
Yeah, at this point, she's in full blown panic mode, and even here, where she's basically getting the shit kicked out of her with a damn broom. This crazy old bastard right here. Ow. And if I'm correct, I think he actually did blast her with that broom at that point.
Yeah, but I know Marilyn Burns passed away, Gunner passed away, Toby passed away, and the cook passed away. I think Edwin Neal is still alive.
Kim Henkel's still around because I
Kim
know
Henkel.
I know that Kim and his son Ian are involved in the new one.
And the dude that played Franklin passed away.
Oh, did he?
I that's what I heard.
Yeah, because I know he was on. I'm pretty sure he was on that 3D one as well.
I know he was in New Generation. I don't know about 3D.
Let me check. Hang on. I'm gonna go on Wikipedia right now. Hang on. Franklin Paul A. Oh, he died in 2005. Yeah, so it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was in films like Love and Molly, Race with the Devil, Rolling Thunder, and of course, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation. Bleh. And the last movie he was in was called The Life of David Gale. He was an uncredited role as an alcoholic. That was his final film role.
Oh man, I could just like this. Look, this woman literally goes through hell. Like
this is literally someone's worst nightmare manifested on film.
And like I said, it just shows how quickly shit can change. Like literally, like maybe what 3 hours ago, like she was just hanging out with her friends, and now all of a sudden, like this shit just is happening. Like it's that quick.
Yeah, now she's literally in a life and death situation where she's thinking at this point, shit, I'm gonna die if I don't fucking do something. And look at this, he's still prodding her with a damn broom. This motherfucker, man. They were fucking screaming. It's almost like that's like a straight up angry scream right there. Like she's pissed off at this point.
Like I said, credit to Marilyn Burns, man, because she like I said, we and Paul discussed this. It's like not only just screaming, but to mentally get like emotionally and mentally get involved in a scene and having to scream on command consistently.
Yeah,
that shit has to be like you could just imagine like once Toby Hooper would say cut, she would be exhausted.
Oh yeah, she was definitely using the Meisner technique of acting, where you have to kind of imagine the situation that you're in, and then you have to try and improvise it and be spontaneous because it's like a natural response for the scene that you're doing. That's kind of what she's doing right there. I kind of recognize that method. There's that crazy fucking hitchhiker again.
James Franco. Yep. Which what a piece of shit that guy turned out to be, huh?
Hmm. Yep.
Like once, which is funny because Seth Rogen like slowly backed away from him. I'm like, man, you probably got some skeletons in your closet too. Well, probably most Hollywood actors do, but
Everybody's got him. Oh, he's kicking the crap out of him.
and like I said, you can just kind of get the impression that that
It's
Leatherface, like I said, he's the simple-minded one. Like he doesn't really know any better. Like this is really all he knows. He doesn't
yeah.
know any better.
He don't. He this is the life he knows. This is all he's ever done. And this right here, which you can probably say, okay, he's had a very fucked upbringing.
Yeah.
I mean, if I have to guess how old he is on this, character-wise, his age, probably gonna say mid-late 20s.
Yeah, I'd probably say mid to late 20s, yeah.
Because if this new one is 50 years after, that makes him in his fucking 60s. This fucking guy. I mean, I know he was in the second one too, and he was pretty good in that as well. But I would probably say him in this first movie, he was just batshit crazy.
Well, here's the thing, like, but here's but Paul, but you can kind of tell there are kind of moments in the scene here where he's kind of like conflicted about what he's doing.
Yeah,
It's like he's batshit, but he's kind of like conflicted at times.
yeah,
Like,
especially the dinner table scene. He has a bit of a conscience, I guess. I mean,
yeah, like there's moments where he's kind of like, I don't feel right, but then like in a second he'll be like, oh, well, it is kind of funny, like.
And then this shit where you see Leatherface is scared of this dude, and you can hear how he sounds.
Yeah, yeah, you can tell like he's he's nervous around these two.
Listen. What the fuck's that he's wearing on his head? Is that one of the guys he's killed with a wig, or is that somebody else's?
I think so.
Because I know he's wearing a different mask.
Yeah, he wears he wears, I think he wears like 2-3 different masks in this movie, like the one we saw him earlier, and then I think he wears like another one, and then he wears like the looks like the old lady one.
Yeah, oh dude, that one was fuck. That for me, out of those 3 masks, for me that's the creepiest. The one he wears towards the end.
And like I said, I just imagine going to 1974 and you're watching this and you're like, oh, what the fuck am I watching?
That's what I mean, dude. Like I said, if we had a time machine and we went back and saw this back in the day, we'd be like, what the fuck, dude? What was the initial critical responses? I want to see what the initial critical response was.
No, they probably shitted on it.
It had a mixed reaction.
Of course it did.
All right, let's check this out. Los Angeles Times called it despicable. Well, and who'd have thought many years later, now this movie has like an 89% approval rating.
Well, yeah, but at the same keep in mind, back in the 70s, horror movies, like I remember Tony Moran said back then, above pornos, like horror movies, they were heavily looked down upon in Hollywood. It wasn't until like when the slasher movies, and to this day, it's still looked down upon. But
yeah, I mean, it's like, here's the thing, right? When you say about that, to this day, you can have a horror movie that does so well at the box office, critics are going to shit on it, but yet at the same time, fans and horror movie watchers like you and me are going to be talking about it, and we can see what we like and what we don't like in these movies. And when you think about this as well, when you look at movies, many years later, what movies do people talk about more? Gone with the Wind or Texas Chainsaw?
And here's a funny story. Are you at the part when the grandpa sucks the blood from her?
Yeah.
Well, there's a funny story. There's a funny story about that, where apparently the knife that Gunner used, like it was supposed to have some sort of apparently she was supposed to have some sort. Remember, had some sort of makeup
Yeah.
where Gunner would cut and then fake blood would come out. But apparently it did not work. I think the knife was too dark. The makeup did not. I think it was something with the knife. The knife did not work how Toby Hooper wanted it to go.
So
they actually cut her. Gunnar Hansen legit cut her finger.
Dude, the price you pay for the art, it is what it is, man.
It's crazy because the person that's actually playing the grandpa was in his early 20s here.
Yeah, and he's playing someone who's what, over 100 or something. Who was playing the grandpa anyway? We'll find out.
Oh man. Oh god, man. I cannot admit. And I love Marilyn Burns' reaction because I'm at the scene where she's waking up and she's tied to the chair. And I just love Marilyn Burns acting. She's oh shit, this was not a dream. This shit is real. This shit's really happening.
I can tell you right now, this scene right here, hands down, probably the most infamous and most grueling fucking scene ever put on celluloid.
Absolutely, because it's famously known that this dinner scene here, it literally took them 20 hours to shoot.
There's that fucking mask that Leatherface has got. That creeps me out, that one.
Yeah, it literally took them 20 hours to shoot this one scene, bro. I could not imagine that.
You wouldn't be able to get doing some of the stuff they did back then.
And I literally do think that Marilyn and these actors legit became crazy. Because keep in mind, imagine how fucking hot that house is too.
Yeah, no air conditioning, anything like that.
Yeah, there was no air conditioning, bro. And Gunnar Hansen, who has to wear that heavy ass outfit in that mask, well, he's probably suffered more than anybody.
Dude, he's probably no doubt. But you're wearing a suit and cowboy boots and a mask. You're sweating your balls off really badly in that heat. What the hell's in that glass? That glass that was on the table. What the hell was in that? Some kind of fluid, piss, or what? Oh man!
Yeah, and Marilyn's just and Sally's she's literally going. And I love the shot where it's just a close up of her eyes, bro. I love that. It's just close up of her eyes, and you just literally see her going fucking insane.
Yeah, I mean, if you were in a situation like this and you were put through hell, you'd be going crazy too. I mean, name one person who could probably get through this and still keep their sanity intact if this was a real thing.
No, nobody could. Nobody could, man. It's brutal. And even to this day, it's kind of uncomfortable to watch because it.
That's what I mean, man. This movie to this day, 50 years on, still has the ability to shock people, and it always finds a new audience every time. But this scene is just.
And once again, no blood, no gore. It's just pure tension.
It's just
tension and anxiety,
dread, despair, insanity. Especially there. Look at the fucking eyes. You can tell it's starting to crack her up.
Like I said, even this very day, people don't give Marilyn Burns the respect that she deserves when it comes to horror movies. I love Jamie Lee Curtis, I love Neve Campbell, but but Marilyn Burns, you could literally say, was her and Olivia Hussey were like the two
Agreed.
original final girls that even to this very day still doesn't get the credit they deserve.
Agreed. Ooh, nice close up of the eye, man. You get all the detail with the veins and everything.
Well, yeah, I always thought shots, close up shots of eyes are always creepy. So
Think about this too. We never see this guy's face. You can only imagine what it looks like behind there.
well, we saw his fucked up teeth. So that's kind of all we need to see.
That's as close as you're gonna get to seeing what he looks like. Yeah. Unless it's a 2003 remake where you see the guy with missing nose and whatnot, but
Which I'm kind of like, I don't need to see it. Like, I don't need to see that. I already had an idea that he was kind of deformed. So,
and to my knowledge, I think that was the only movie in the series where he had the most damage inflicted on him. He lost a fucking arm. Oh, we're gonna do the head whack game.
God damn, man.
Right, when you saw this for the first time, right, and you saw what they were gonna do to her next, what the hell was going through your head when you saw this for the first time?
At first I was kind of like in shock. I'm like, yo, like how, like I was like, how is she gonna get out of this? Like I was legit, how is she gonna get out of this?
My initial thought when I saw this for the first time, I was just kind of looking, thinking, there's no getting around. Nothing they're gonna say is gonna get her out of this. Like this is just despair right here for me in this situation. Right now, I'd be literally like sawing my own hands off for the rope just to get free at this point.
Like, bro, like, oh, Marilyn Burns is so good in this movie. And people's like, oh, all she's doing is screaming. I'm like, well, yeah, you have no idea, like how much like I said, like how much energy probably had to take for her just to pull this scene off, and all like considering that they did the scene for 20 fucking hours is incredible.
Can you imagine what your mental state would be like? Imagine what your fucking voice is going to be like after 20 hours of just nonstop screaming. Your voice is going to be, shot hoarse. You'll be lucky if you don't have any like vocal cord damage, because if you scream for so long, you will damage your voice beyond repair. I've seen that happen with people. There was even one time when I was in a shouting match with somebody, and I almost lost my fucking voice really bad. My voice box is, to this day, is still not right. Like sometimes when I'm talking, and sometimes you'll hear me cough afterwards. My lyrics has not been the same since that time I was in a screaming match. And oh fuck. So yeah, screaming, it takes a lot of effort, dude. But you have to have that, like, there's a technique to doing it without damaging your vocals. There's a way of doing it, but you got to go through vocal training for that to happen. And in this case,
where are you at now, Paul?
Let's see. We're an hour and 18 in, 5 minutes to go. And here we go. She's like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
And I love the fact how it's nighttime, it's daytime now, so you know that she's literally been tortured like all night long.
Yep. I can imagine what the psychiatrist bills would be like when she makes it out of this. And there's that crazy bastard hitchhiker again. Oh yeah, now you better run because Leatherface is coming.
Such a great ending.
Yeah. Iconic, especially.
Yeah, but he's catching up to her. He's slicing her in the back. Fuck.
He's doing it more than once too. Look, fucking ripping into her right there. And this is brutal right here. This roadkill.
Oh, great! This is great.
Mmm. That body is splatted.
Shout out to the truck driver, but who's the real MVP?
Oh
Like
yeah.
if he does not show up, then Sally's dead. She's
And
dead.
as soon as he saw the guy with the chainsaw, he's like, "Yeah, I know how to deal with this." Fucking A.
And keep in mind, there's no music. It's just it just feels like you're there.
Yeah, exactly. I gotta admit, this guy's got some good aim.
Yeah, like this truck driver does not show up, then yeah, Sally was dead.
No doubt about it. Yeah, you know that's gonna hurt.
And right here, when Leatherface still gets up, he almost catches Sally. It's taking Sally forever to get in that fucking truck, bro. My anxiety.
I was just like, get in the damn truck.
My anxiety, bro, was so fucking like I was legit going crazy.
But you were having a panic attack at one point. Yeah, whatever happened to the truck driver? Somebody was asking that question.
He's still running 50 years later.
Yeah, legend has it he still is. And look at this, man. I heard that when you hear her laughing like this was the last day of filming. She was legit fucking gone mad at this point.
And the reason why, and another story, the reason why Gunner's doing this is because, like, he legit, they say he almost hit Toby Hooper with the chainsaw when he did this dance, too.
Dude, just this scene, just. That's some scary shit right there.
That's what's up right there because they said Gunner almost hit Toby, and he pressed like stop recording, but like he cut right there because they said Gunner was. Well, that and too, and Gunner was apparently so frustrated at that point of filming that he like legit was just swinging that. He was legit swinging that shit wildly, like because he was so frustrated at that point, he legit almost killed Toby Hooper, bro.
Dude, you think about this. You're doing like a whole a couple of weeks of filming in that heat. It's the last day of filming. You'd be swinging a fucking chainsaw too, knowing it's over. You're just like, fuck this, you know? But dude, just fucking. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Undeniably, this is a classic.
Oh, definitely one of the. That is such a great ending. Great ending. Yeah. And the fact that it just stops. Like it doesn't give you a sequel bait ending.
No, that's it.
Like that's it. Like you see Leatherface swinging and that's it. And then you get the credits. And I can just imagine being in the theater watching this and you're just just glued to their like
yeah. Oh, that fucking sound effect.
Like I could just imagine being in 1974 and dude, oh god.
I can assure you, people that saw that film when it was over, I guarantee you most of them were probably sitting there thinking, what in God's name was I watching?
Yeah, like you're legit shell shocked. You because and I guess that's what Toby Hooper was aiming for, like where like you legit feel like Sally, where you're just kind of like, and you're right, Paul, because like they said, Marilyn Byrne like legit was legit going crazy at the end because it was like she's like oh it's finally fucking over, like
she fucking snapped. She snapped at the end, and it's clearly obvious.
Yeah, she clearly snapped, and it added to her character.
It definitely worked. I will say that right there is as authentic as it gets for something like that for an ordeal. That is legit authenticity.
And that like, classic, man. It is the photo here, Leatherface Day, and such a very strong effect. And it's still effective this very day.
50 years on, and people still talk about this movie, that just fucking tells you right there the impact this movie has.
Yes, indeed.
To this day.
All right, so right now I'm about to switch over to the old Netflix.
Yep, I've paused at the bit where you see the N logo. I'm just gonna quickly refill my drink, use the bathroom. If you guys want to stretch your legs for about 2 or 3 minutes while we all get prepped, because we're about to dive right into the 9th movie, but it's billed as a direct sequel.
There's been 9 movies.
This is the 9th movie in the series. Yes.
Why it doesn't feel like it?
I know it don't feel like it, dude, but you can look it up. This is the 9th movie in the series. But in terms of its timeline, it is the legacy timeline, which means this is really part 2, 50 years later. They're doing what Halloween did. That's the formula that a lot of these movies are doing. To some of them, it works. Some of them, it don't. We're going to see where this one is with that. I'm just going to go grab a drink and use the bathroom. I'll be right back. We'll drop if you want to drop your thoughts quickly on the original, and I'll do it when I come back in.
Will do. But yeah, just the filmmaking from Tobe Hooper, Leatherface, of course. Gunnar Hansen gives a great performance. Like I said, Marilyn Burns, in my opinion, does not get the credit that she deserves for being a scream queen. And it's just a really strong and effective movie, man. Like, it definitely one of the greatest slasher films of all time, and like what me and Paul said, like, it set the stage for the slasher genre, which Halloween would later popularize. But if Leatherface just had a better movie franchise, man, I think he would definitely be more held in more high regard than than he is. But if you're just coming in, hell, even in Netflix, it says before Jason, before Freddy, Leatherface was, like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre was that horror film, and then Halloween took over. But yeah, we're about to watch the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which again is called Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which another thing they stole from Halloween. But yeah, I kind of got low expectations about this one, because they're rebooting. This is like their 3rd time rebooting this franchise. So they did it in 2003, which I thought was good. Then you had Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D, which I fucking hate, and they're doing it again. And it's like, it seems like the people that make these movies don't know what to do. Like they don't know how to handle the Leatherface story. It's like, it's fucking frustrating. Like, it's not that hard, I don't know, man. It's frustrating, man. It's frustrating how they never seem to know what to fucking do with this franchise. Whoever gets a hold of it, they don't seem to know what to do.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, well, I mean, with this movie franchise, if I have to say, and I know I said this when we did the discussion, if I'm going to say what's my favorite movies out of the 8 we've seen so far, well, soon 9, I would say the original, Part 2, and 2003.
2003.
I do have a soft spot for the prequel, but that's me. The most disappointing ones I would say for me would be Next Generation. 3D pissed me off. And Leatherface, the last one, I just found it disappointing. I mean, they had the right directors involved, but I don't know. I just kind of felt like it didn't hit the spot that last movie they did. So,
of course, yeah, because you expected me to believe that this perfectly normal teen boy grows up to be Leatherface. I'm like, that call bullshit.
Yeah, like, what the fuck, man? I thought for sure it was the other dude.
I just think, I just think, and also with this new film, like I was telling Paul this, like hopefully this movie brings something new to the table. Because I saw the trailer, and it's like a lot of it is been there, done that. You could say the same thing about Halloween, these new Halloween films,
You can say that with
but
the other ones, with other horror movies too. You know,
yes, you can, but these new Halloween films, it's like it's adding a little bit something different,
right?
like Laurie, like Laurie and Michael not being related, and
And
the yeah, go ahead.
the whole thing where we're trying to figure out when it comes to Michael Myers, we're trying to figure out what's that about that room that he likes to stand and look out the window of. Like that's the one question I seriously want answered. Like, what is it about?
Exactly. Exactly. Here, it's like how much more depth can you put to a character like Leatherface? Like we kind of we already know what he is, and of course, I said Sally comes back.
Different
Um,
actress, mind you. I found
that
out the
that to me is a problem. That to me is a problem.
I found out the person who's playing Sally in this new one. Let me just get the Wikipedia information up. I gotta go. I gotta go back a minute. My computer's being a bit slow. But I think, if I remember correctly, she was in another film that I saw very recently. Let me just confirm this. Okay, her name is Olwen Fleur. She's an Irish actress. She's 67. And I'm just trying to see. She's been doing mostly stage stuff. Like she's been in stage performances like Macbeth. She's a classically trained theater actress, like me when I'm doing classically trained stuff like that. And as far as films go, okay, I remember that. She was in. Do you remember this movie that Nicolas Cage was in called Mandy?
Yeah. Mandy was a good movie.
Mother Marlene. That's who Sally is in this one.
That's her. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Now, as far as this new one goes, I'm going to go ahead and I'll go ahead and put an introduction nutshell to this. When I heard they were doing this, at first I thought, okay, how are we going to pull this off now? Now, Legendary Pictures is now the company that owns this. It's not Lionsgate anymore because unfortunately they fucked up. They were planning on making like 4 or 5 more films, but because they screwed up with Leatherface, they lost the rights and it went to Legendary Pictures. Now, when I heard that Fred Alvarez and Roldo Saligras were involved in writing the story for this, and for anybody who doesn't know who they are the duo that created the 2013 Evil Dead, which I will confess I enjoyed watching. I thought that was really good. And the Don't Breathe movies. That's who's involved in writing the story for this TCM movie. They're also producing it as well. Screenplays by Chris Thomas Devlin. So here's the thing. Fred Alvarez and Rodo wrote the story for this, but it's Chris Thomas Devlin that adapted their story to a screenplay. So how much of this they kept on to this one, who knows? Because Chris Thomas Devlin, this is only his second screenplay. So I'm going to chalk this up as a beginner, okay? He did one other film as well called Cobweb. That's who's writing the screenplay for this. So we're going to have to see what he does in terms of how he puts the screenplay together. Guy who's playing Leatherface in this new one, his name is Mark Burnham. Now, I don't know. I think I know that name. I've seen him in something before. I think he's been playing small bit parts every once in a while. So
probably a stunt man or something.
Yeah, probably. But this is his first big role in a lead role. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. So because of who's involved, story and producing wise, that's why I say I have a little bit of confidence in this. One of my friends in college said he's seen this already, and without spoiling it, he did say he did enjoy it. There is a couple of maybe issues with it, but he did enjoy it. So I'm going by what he's telling us. But he did mention there was something at the post credits, but he didn't say anything more than that. Now, What am I expecting from this? Well, here's the thing. This movie's going to be 81 minutes. I'm not looking at this to be a masterpiece. I'm not expecting this to top the original. I just want to be entertained by this. And because of the two names that I said was involved, that's where I got a little bit of confidence in it. So I'm hoping there's something here that we're going to enjoy. There may be some moments where we're going to be like, okay, maybe they shouldn't have done that. But we'll see. We're gonna find out, guys. This is literally our first time watching this. I have not watched this in advance. I know James has not watched this in advance. I've been holding off on watching this until right now. So for those who are going to be watching this right now, I know Philip is going to be watching this on Netflix. He's got Netflix ready to go. And we're going to go ahead and get ourselves ready for this. We're either going to enjoy this, or one of us is going to get pissed off at it and one of us might enjoy it, or we might end up both enjoying it or both hating it. Let's see how this goes. James?
Well, for me, like I said, I've been burned by this franchise too many times, and I'm kind of like whatever at this point. Like I said, they follow the Halloween 2018 format. Sally coming back, which is cool, but it's not Marilyn Burns, so you automatically don't have that connection.
Yeah.
So this one lady here is really gonna have to really convince me that is Marilyn Burns in 2022. Yeah. Well, that is Sally from 2022.
Keep in mind,
it going to Netflix. It going to Netflix. That alone scares the hell out of me.
This originally was going to get a cinema release originally, but
yeah,
because of our pandemic situation, it decided to put it on Netflix. And I think the other reason behind this also is because Netflix is a big fucking streaming platform. So you're kind of, in a way, introducing it to a wider audience, because who hasn't got Netflix?
This is true.
So, and also, I have to put this out there too. Some of these movies that's been dropping on Netflix, some of these TV shows that's been dropping on Netflix, they get given a decent budget and they don't get any restrictions. Like, you can make a fucking movie on Netflix and go all out with the fucking action or the story or the violence, and you don't have to worry about repercussions from people getting shocked by seeing it in cinema or the censors and shit like that. Because as you know, their age rating system is pretty much self-regulated.
And someone, okay, dude, the truck driver, like, we literally see him run, like we don't know what happened. Like, he runs after he throws that hammer at Leatherface. He runs, like, we don't really know. Like, he lived in the movie, but like,
what happened to that dude? We know that he got out the truck, he threw a fucking wrench with precision in Leatherface's forehead, and then we just see him running off in one direction. And Sally's driving off in another direction. We don't know what happened to him.
We really don't know what happened to him. Like he was just there to be the hero. He was the black man too, so I appreciate that, and I'm pretty sure Quez would appreciate that too. But the black man saving the pretty white woman. Shout out to Quez. All right. So I'm at 2 seconds in.
I'm at 0 because I got the Netflix logo, so I literally paused it immediately. So I'll be about a second or two behind, but I'll be on cue.
All right. So this is legit first reaction to the sequel to the 1974 film that this is supposed to be. This is their second attempt at this bullshit.
Like I said, the guys that's involved, I'm hoping they do something right. May not be all of it right, but I'm hoping they check a few boxes with me.
We'll see. All right, so here we go.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess. 3, 2, 1, play.
Here we go. We're in. Netflix logo going by. Legendary logo coming up. Rated 18 for violence and injury detail. Okay.
Bad Hombre.
That's the guys who did. That's the two guys that did Evil Dead. That's their film company.
Oh, okay. A Legendary Pictures production.
Legendary Pictures has put out some good films in the past.
It is crazy. It is crazy. So this is supposed to be the movie that we waited 50 years for.
I guess so.
And also too, like, and plus that Toby Hooper and Gunner and Marilyn's not here. At least Toby could give his input. And
No. Oh, hang on. Oh, they got the original narrator back.
they did that already in 2003, but all right, cool.
So this is the third time they brought him back.
There's Sally.
Sally Hardesty, the only survivor.
Yeah, like I said, it's like
Wait, is that an I Love Texas T-shirt with a chainsaw blade on it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, so they're definitely aware of its history.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure a story like that would be, legend at this point.
Well, yeah. So they're trying to build some kind of a lore to this for 50 years on. What that's done for that town. I mean, you see some of the merchandise is there. Look at that.
All right, now, so you're gonna have to forgive me and Paul because we're going to comment, but we're really gonna be paying attention here because again, it's first time watching. So
yeah.
Is she still alive? She became a ranger. She must have looked for that maniac.
Okay, so she became a ranger.
Yep.
So she found him.
She's been trying to find him.
Been trying to find him.
Yeah. I'm guessing that's what he's saying there because he said.
Does she not remember the house that they were in?
We never saw his face.
Oh, that's true.
Where are y'all headed? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, I think I've seen this motherfucker before. I think he was Scott Shelby in Heavy Rain.
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, cool. Hey, cool to see him. Cool to see him.
Nice.
There's the token black guy.
Wonder how long he'll last.
Yeah, you gotta have one black guy.
Yeah, true.
Because diversity.
Yeah, I know. Have to do it these days. Okay, dude with a gun.
Damn, I thought that was Steven Dorff for a second.
Did look convincing. Here's another thing too. This, even though this was set in Texas, this was not filmed in Texas. It was filmed in Bulgaria. Yeah, I know. 21st century cast, kids back then, in this day and age, they're going to be like, I don't know, it's just a generational thing for me. James was born in the 90s. I'm an 80s kid, so big generation gap there. Is that a gunshot wound?
That's what it looks like.
Okay, so she must be I'm guessing she's like a high school student, so I'm guessing high school shooting survivor, maybe?
Oh shit.
I think that's where they're going with her.
All right, so what is it gonna be? This is gonna be another horror movie where you have like some sort of political message about anti-guns.
Isn't that what most movies do nowadays, dude? Nowadays, I'd just be like, you know what? If there is something like that in these kind of films, I just try not to.
I just want to be entertained. I don't want to be preached at. I just entertain me. Like
Yeah,
that's the fucking problem with most movies nowadays. Like you always want to have some fucking message to it. Like no, just be a movie.
yeah. Let's just have some fun. Bloody exhaust pipes on that truck, dude. Like, what the fuck? I was expecting Sheriff Hoyt then.
Well, if that motherfucker showed up, I'm like, okay, what are we doing?
Oh, he's dead now, so you know.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Dante. Spidey. You're the cook. The chef. You know what else you have in there? Well, this is my future wife.
And my sister back here. Is everything okay?
I know you got a lot of folks coming through, so me and my deputy are gonna hang around and make sure you all stay out of trouble.
So I'm assuming Leatherface has been at large since '74.
I think so.
Listen,
So it makes you wonder what's he been doing for the last 50 years?
starting its prime. So please.
Because that's like an interesting
respect folks for the time.
We will.
topic there, I guess.
You know, our
Because I remember when all of us was first talking about Halloween, we were thinking, well, what's he been doing for the last 40 years? I thought he was out doing something else, but it turns out no, he was just locked up for the last 40 years.
Okay.
Yeah, black men in the white world, like an interracial couple, so progressive. Like, yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, they just have to show it sometimes. Like,
Yeah, if you don't do it, that's the problem though. If you don't do it in films or TV nowadays, you're gonna trigger someone. You know, it's the world we live in now, dude. Did you notice on that sign? Did you notice the population said 1974?
yeah,
That was a nod to the original there. So this movie's got a few Easter eggs in here. Eerie ass ghost town in the middle of. Sure, you want to hang around somewhere like that?
I'm not gonna lie. Like me, a couple of my friends back in the day, because in Iowa there are some abandoned cities that so a couple of my friends would go and drive through some of those like ghost town cities, but it's pretty fucking creepy, especially at night.
Well, I know that in further up north in the UK, there used to be like a mining community town. When all the mines got shut down here during that mining strike in '84, several of those community towns and areas, they all just became ghost towns because no, there was no prospects there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so they're gonna renovate. They're gonna renovate this whole city.
So these guys are what, investors or something?
7 hours by car. I guess I can say
They must have some serious cash then if they're gonna renovate this whole town.
What is he doing here?
And I'm guessing he's one of the very few residents that live. Who the fuck's this?
Sorry. Rick, we spoke on the phone. Yeah. Hey. This is my contact. You can on the Facebook. About all I can do a week. I'll make sure for the auction. Thank you. You're planning on selling? Yeah. All right. She got her what, like a coat?
We are idealistic individuals who want to build a better world.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
That's today's generation for you folks.
We're good.
Idealistic individual to build a better world. Like, oh Jesus fucking Christ.
And how do you do that? Through social media?
Yeah. How do you do that? Like, no, how do you build a better world? Yeah, explain it to me.
Do you send constant tweets or Facebook all the time? Rebel flag.
City of Harlow Orphanage since 1925.
So this was an orphanage?
Yeah.
Going upstairs.
Why does the layout look a little familiar to the house? Same door, same stairwell. You notice that?
Yeah.
There's like little subtle nods there to the original film.
All right, for anyone who's tuning in and watching, we're watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Netflix.
This is our very first time watching it.
Very first time watching it exclusively, so.
Who the fuck?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
Well, we thought this place was empty.
Okay. So we got an old lady with an oxygen tank.
Oh, you're the new neighbors, aren't you? Wish I'd known you all the time. I'd put my place. I've been running this orphanage for nearly 50 years. I've housed boys and girls.
Have you noticed that those photos is like one that's scrubbed out?
Yeah. I noticed that.
That might be him.
Now, the bank reclaimed this property months ago. You're not supposed to be here.
Oh, so she's getting evicted.
You talking about that whole mixed up with a band? That's been settled.
So she's being kicked out, huh?
This is still our house.
You're wrong. I'm sorry.
I've got a title that says otherwise.
Do you mind if we see it?
I don't have to show you
That's
anything.
because you don't have it.
What was this about my plan?
That must suck, especially when you got nowhere to go, and especially at the age that she's at.
I've taken
Well, to be fair, like they said they had this shit settled years ago. She was not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
You watch your mouth, boy.
Whoops.
It's not what you think.
All right, so yeah, Texas. The Texans are fucking racist. Okay.
They're going there, huh?
It didn't. I mean, okay.
Well, not everybody in that town is like that, but still, you know, you're kind of
And Texans are not fucking racist. Like
I said, not everybody in a town is racist, but most of the times it's just a case of painting everybody with the same brush. It's like a little bit of gaslighting going on there, you know what I mean? Is that?
the fuck?
Who the fuck is that?
Just go back to your room. He's the last of my boys.
Not showing his face.
Wait. If that's how.
Is that? Hold on. Let's just let this play out.
Okay, wait. If that's how they're gonna bring Leatherface out, like what the fuck?
So what's he been doing for the last 50? If that's him, what's been going on for the last 50 years? Oh, causing a bit of stress. Oh, here he comes again. Who is that guy? Dude's got gray hair. Definitely an old guy.
Wait.
I think that's Leatherface.
I think that's him too, but I'm kind of like,
So what? Has he settled down or something? Because he definitely cared about that old lady. You saw that. Oh. You see the way he was looking?
but
I think
wait,
that,
okay, so if that's Leatherface and clear, and she's been running that orphanage,
was he
and it
looking
looked like he was running that orphanage since he was a child. Then why was okay? All right, I think that was Leatherface right there.
Yeah, I'm thinking it was too. Let's see what happens next. But I think you might be right, dude. I think that was him. So let me get this right then. So for the last 50, if that is him, then that means ever since the events of the first movie, this town, before it became a ghost town, must have knew him as a local or something. Probably took him in to keep him hidden so they couldn't arrest him. People look out for each other in small towns like that.
But apparently he's been there since he was a kid. There's a picture of him as a kid. So I'm like, so was he like adopted? And then when what happened to him, did he go back there? Like, you know what? Fuck it.
I'm guessing he did. I've got a feeling after the events of that film, he went back there.
How's she doing?
Dude, I think it's him. And I got this feeling if she dies, that's going to set him off. Oh, shit.
Yep, she's dead.
Well, you know what that means. The only person he cared about? Uh-oh. So for the last 50 years, then, he's been, I guess you could say, settled down, and something traumatic sets him off again, and I'm guessing this might be the traumatic incident. So, James, you're right. I think this is Leatherface.
It clearly is. It clearly is him.
Yeah. Oh! Fucking hell! Oh! Dude!
Wow!
Holy shit! They weren't joking about this one. We're not even 20 minutes into the film.
That was the goddamn. Yeah, there goes the goddamn CGI rocks.
That was actually dead flowers. I gotta admit, but that fucking arm breaking off, that was pretty cool. And I think that was a combination of practical and CG. What about you?
Now here's the thing. That Leatherface, we're supposed to believe he's deformed, but he kind of looked kind of normal.
Yeah.
Like in the little bits we saw him, like he doesn't look deformed. He looked just like an older man. Okay.
Okay, so that's one bit they kind of missed out. Oh, guns. Is that a AR-15 or M4?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
finish on that.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say she's probably one of those high school gun survivors. See what I tell you?
Yeah, so clearly, there's a message there.
Mm-hmm. But there's also an explanation of her backstory about why she's like she is at the minute.
I know where this came from. The friends for the special ones. Not me.
Stick around for music and drinks. We have a lot to celebrate. Thank you all so much.
Okay, so they plan on. That's what they plan on reinventing the city that they have here, and
Yeah,
which makes it because there are people like that will try to open up the city again.
yeah, but also to try and make it catering towards the generation that they're in. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, they're gonna make it a haven for guys like them. Not there's anything wrong with that, but that's where it seems like they're going here with this. But wasn't your fault. You're the ones that brought the cops in.
Well, I mean, she wasn't supposed to be there.
Fair point, yeah. But I think it was the way they handled it, and then all of a sudden we see that big dude up the stairs, and we're just like, oh shit. Bit of a slow start, but it's okay. Yeah, I see. I told you there were dead flowers.
Oh, okay. And we are at 23 minutes and 7 seconds. The sheriff vehicle crashed.
Yeah, those cops are dead.
And then so I'm guessing this is what, like you said, Paul, this is what ultimately sets Leatherface off.
Yeah, the death of that woman that he cared for. There was definitely a connection with him. You saw how he was desperate to try and make her breathe again. And then that was it.
Okay, we don't see.
Is he cutting her face off?
Yeah, he's cutting her face off.
On the person that he cared for?
Yeah, because the two cops are still inside, and yeah.
Oh, so this is like a symbolic thing for him because he cared for her, and she cared for him. Kind of like that bit with Beta from The Walking Dead, where he takes a piece of that girl Alpha's skin to make the new part of the mask.
Yeah, but I'm just kind of like, with the whole orphanage thing, I'm like that.
Yeah, I don't think that was necessary to introduce him that way. Maybe.
Well, no, it's just like that. There's just something extra to that. Like that's one thing that's one thing I noticed with these Texas Chainsaw films, especially when it connects to the first film. Like they always add something extra into it.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think that extra bit worked for this or not?
I don't know. I don't know how to feel yet.
That's early days. Oh, dude, well, the madness begins again. He hasn't won that in 50. He hasn't done this in 50 years. Timeline wise, that is. So that's almost like the monster has come out of him again. I think that's what they're trying to say here with this scene. Dude, you're gonna wish you're dead in a minute.
What's where are you at, Paul?
I am now 25:43.
I'm at 20. I'm at 20. Yeah. Yep, I'm at 25. I'm at 25:47.
Ooh.
Okay.
He's not fucking around in this one.
I mean, the gore is there.
They did say this one was going to be fucking all out with it. I mean, so far the story's okay. It's not very complex or anything. It's like basic, but then again, it's like an 83-minute film. So
Yeah. You really don't have room for a story. You kind of gotta, get straight to it.
yeah, you got to lay down the basics and then just go right in it. But I'm okay with this so far. It might change later on, but so far I'm kind of digging this.
All right, where are you at now, Paul?
I am now 27:03.
I'm at 26:55. So okay.
I'm only about a second or two ahead.
Okay, she's still in the vehicle. It looks like Leatherface just left, and she has her. Oh, okay, she's gonna stick her head out. He's gonna whack her with a hammer or something, ain't he?
Left my ass. I think he's still around. Oh shit! Okay, that Leatherface mask is a little creepy looking because it is an old woman's face, but still, that's cool.
Damn, that is pretty.
Oh, he's fucking gutting her.
Ah!
Fuck me, man. That ooh. Oh, she's crying too. What is he doing?
Well, again, she's kind of he's still has he has a child mind.
He still has it, yeah. And keep in mind, this dude's in his 60s now. And like you said, old man strength is a motherfucker. Ask Michael Myers.
Oh, good. Barbecue sounds so good right now.
Makes me hungry for one.
Where'd you kill that lady?
Uh-oh.
We didn't kill anybody. She was trespassing on our property.
You sure that was your property? Huh? Look like she disagreed.
Please just give us back the keys.
I wonder if we find out if it was still her property and they did it for nothing.
I'll give it a shot.
I wonder if we'll get that reveal later on.
That fucking guy. Just give him what he wants.
Let's keep the
You know, the outside of that bus looks like shit, but they've pimped it up on the inside. Look at that.
Yeah, that's what we like to do sometimes.
Yeah. Custom buses, or you get those like custom like limo things that you can hire, and they sometimes look like they don't look like a limo, they look like an ambulance van, and inside it's got like all like the stuff you find in a limo. You know what I mean? I don't know if you ever saw those.
Wait. Where do you leave?
Where am I at? I'm at 29:52.
I saw. So they left the deed.
So they left the deeds, huh?
They left the deed. So yeah. So that literally could be that really was her property.
Oh, they fucked up.
Hey there. I'm calling for her to speak.
They fucked up bad then, didn't they? And is that Sally? Yeah, that's Sally.
Yeah, I was about to say, where's Sally?
There she is.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I was about to say, come on, where is she now?
Oh, here she is. 30 minutes in.
30 minutes. Okay, all right.
52 minutes to go. Oh. You just found out her old buddy's back. Oh, she got the fucking shotgun and all. Wait, is that the same? No. Looks similar. So I guess for the last 50 years, she's, like they said, she turned into some kind of marshal. And
Damn, she's looking at the photo.
hasn't got over what happened. Another nod.
Again, this would be a lot more stronger if this is fucking Marilyn Burns herself.
I know, but we all know what happened.
Damn.
Fuck. I think she would have nailed this role if they brought her back for this.
No, you see that photo right there, that you can put to the that's clearly Leatherface there, but I'm kind of like, okay, so he was adopted by the Sawyer family?
I'm guessing so, dude. And then after, like I said, when shit hit the fan, he went back to the one place he felt was safe. That's the only answer I think I can give right now with this.
Okay. And I guess this kind of, gives Leatherface a reason to go at these people because they're like, okay, you killed my house mother, pretty much.
Yeah. And now he's wearing her face. Very fucked up, but symbolic. You know what I'm saying?
Symbolic, yeah.
Yeah. So for the last 50 years then, he went back here because it was safe. And I guess he was trying to live what was left of his life as normal
a somewhat normal life, yeah.
And then they fuck up because they find out that person actually did have this place and it was hers. She dies, and that was it. He snapped again. Oh my God, look, that's the fucking deeds. Dude, they fucked with the wrong fucking house, haven't they?
Oh, they fucked up.
You fuck with the wrong people right now.
Oh, shit.
You have fucked up real bad.
Black man in a white man's world. Hilarious. Says maybe he was a teenager when the police came for, and she says she takes in kids and teenagers. And okay, that's a good point too. Yeah, that's a good point too. Maybe, yeah. But yeah, maybe. But you kind of got the idea that he was like in his 20s at least.
He was in his late 20s in that film for sure.
Yeah. So like I said, maybe. Like I said, maybe in his early life he was there, and then I guess the cook and Edwin Neal maybe adopted him.
That was a pretty good shot with that reflection.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
Oh damn, meat cleaver! Oh fuck!
Oh, I like that with the swinging door. I like that with the swinging door.
I like that too. Dude, he carved the side of his face off with that. Well, it's not looking good for him.
Okay, I like how they did that. Where it was the swinging door, and then you see him doing different things. Okay, I like that.
Well, like I said, this is from the guys who did Don't Breathe. I can see that. I can see that type of style of that film in this.
Okay, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
I like that.
So he clearly goes back to the house.
Why else would he be going back? I'm gonna say this right now, but this Leatherface I'm seeing so far, he's very, very methodical and menacing looking this time around.
Well, keep in mind keep in mind, Paul, we're supposed to believe that this is
Leatherface 50 years on.
well that this is Gunnar Hansen, pretty much. Like we're supposed to believe this is Gunnar Hansen. So
yeah, well, I was reading into this as well. The Fred Alvarez said if Gunnar Hansen was alive still, they said they would have had him on there. So they tried to find someone who could be Gunnar today. So they went for the next best thing, and that's why they ended up getting Mark Burnham.
Well, I mean, they tried to get Gunnar back, for multiple Friday Texas Chainsaw, but just the money thing just never money because Gunnar Hansen and the whole cast did not get paid. So,
well, yeah, they basically did that film for free. I'm just gonna see what this Mark Hannum dude's gone and done.
Nice, so he's putting makeup on his face.
Jeez. Okay, so the guy that's playing Leatherface, the other films this guy's been doing films since '96. I'm trying to believe it or not, he was Lenny in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He was in some other film as well called Wrong Cops, Driver X, End of April. So yeah, this guy's been around the block for a while. I'm gonna send you his details on your Facebook. Hang on. There you go.
I know. We just saw. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. But yeah, we just saw the face. Like he sees the townspeople.
Yeah,
and
he's pissed.
He does not like them at all right now.
Nope. You know what they say about weather over there, man? When it rains,
you
ain't getting a spit of rain. That's like straight up downpour. Lady, you better hide because he's coming back up.
And right now we're at 38. We got like 44 minutes left. Like,
yeah, it's going at a good pace, just like the original film, which is something I like.
Oh shit! He just barely missed her too.
Yeah, he's got the fucking mallet out. Well, what the hell is he doing? Okay, so he's smashing the wall. Oh, you know what's in there, don't you?
So he must have hit the chainsaw in the walls.
Here's a question though: is it the original chainsaw? Because you know what it looks like.
Well, they fucking took that from John Wick. Remember when John Wick, had to fuck up the pavement in his basement floor to get the weapons out.
Yeah. Well, they did make the mistake of killing his dog. I mean, I'd be the fucking same way too, man. Oh, that guy that got slashed in the face is still alive.
Okay, so I'm assuming he's going to be the first one going to get it with the chainsaw.
I'm surprised he's still alive, considering half his face got hacked open and, pretty nasty amount of blood loss there. Local mechanic. I think that was Dante again.
What are you doing in that house? Hey, I'm talking to you. Don't walk away from me. Hey, man, you okay?
No, he's not okay. Oh, Jesus, dude, he is a fucking mess. Look at that.
Ooh. Wow, it doesn't hold back.
Yeah, they did say they were going to go for it in this one. Dude, it is.
Well, his literally jaw is like filleted open.
Even if you survive that, good luck fixing your face. Oh, he's died. Blood loss. Well, he did lose a lot of blood from that thing.
Yeah, it's
but
a lot of
blood.
fucking blood.
I gotta admit, that was a pretty nasty cut.
Like I said, man, it's kind of.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm enjoying this, but there is a
So
couple
far,
of
so far, it's decent.
yeah. I'm not pissed off with it like I was with 3D, which is a good thing that I'm not pissed off with this one. I'm actually enjoying this. There is a couple of moments in here where I'm just like, yeah, okay, you didn't have to do that, but so far, I'm kind of impressed with this one.
And I highly doubt it's the same chainsaw. Like I highly doubt it.
I'll bet you it's the same design. Let's have a look when he drops it, if we see it.
That would be wild, though. Probably not the exact same model, but a good replica.
Oh, it is the same chainsaw. Look.
Oh, it is.
Nice. Yeah, it's the same one.
That's pretty cool.
Nice, man. Hey, hats off to them for actually going that far with it.
No, this one's gonna hurt.
Oh, this is gonna be a very, very shitty way to go. It's right fucking there, bro. Ooh. Oh, fuck me! His fucking leg!
Ah!
Fucking hurt just... Oh, goddamn! Fucking hell, man, that hurt. Oh. Uh-oh. Dude. Like...
Woo! That sucked.
You think? Oh, fuck.
Ah, shit!
Oh my god. That head is just destroyed. There's nothing left.
Yeah, there's nothing left. It's dirty laundry right now, bro. Like it.
Dude. Oh, that's weird. It's not raining where she is, but it's pissing down where they are.
Now here's my problem so far. There's not enough of Sally right now.
Yeah. I've noticed that too. I was expecting maybe a little more from her, but
Yeah, just a little bit more. Because if you're gonna copy Halloween 2018 was Jamie Lee Curtis's movie, so.
And I gotta point out as well. I actually like that shot we just saw there. You
Yeah,
know,
that was pretty nice shot.
Oh, dude, that guy's alright. I'm still thinking about that. You know, if you think about it, her in the car that got killed, she kind of got off lightly with that kill, if you ask me. But the other ones he's been off in, like, fucking hell.
Well, I think that was kind of like on purpose because, like I said, I noticed like he was like touching her face. 'Cause he's a child, so he probably thought she was like really pretty. So
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, this is creepy shit right here. Oh man.
oh shit.
Yeah, thoughts on that? That was actually a nice shot.
And Michael Myers like, hey, Leatherface, I want my fucking gimmick back.
Fair point. You can tell.
I do like the fact that she does still have the Polaroid. Because that was like another problem I kind of had with Halloween 2018. Like, we didn't have a moment of Laurie, thinking about Annie and Linda and all that stuff. So I will say that.
Yeah, I got to give him credit for that bit too. They actually took a bit of time to show that part.
Even just her looking at the photo, like that's all I need to see.
Yeah. Agreed. If that's not a sign for you to start the bus and get the fuck out, I don't know what is. Oh, wait, that's right. He's got the keys, isn't he?
Yeah, you got the keys, yeah.
Does any of them know how to hotwire? I mean, they got mobile phones. Can they just search it up?
And you don't, and also you don't know when to fucking run out. Like, you don't know where he's at, so.
Exactly. I'm gonna tell you, man, that guy's head getting mashed. That was
some good gore. Some good gore.
I thought Glenn had it bad from The Walking Dead. Look at that fucking head. There's hardly anything left.
Well, I don't think nothing could top Glenn, honestly.
Oh, dude, you remember the fucking outrage that scene had? People were fucking up in arms about it.
Yeah, because it's too violent for TV, and because that Walking Dead noticeably changed a little bit after that too. It's like
they toned it down. But here's the thing: didn't they ever read the comics? Because that's exactly what he did to Glenn in the comics.
Exactly how he did in the comics.
Yeah. I haven't watched the final season yet, but I will say the only thing.
Shit, man! I could just.
What's
he's clearly working on something in the other room, and you're trying to be fucking quiet.
Yeah, because those stairs, man, creaky.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing this.
Definitely taking a page out of Don't Breathe here. Oh shit! Nice hit.
Oh wow!
Nice shot. That's all I'm going to say there.
God damn.
How would you? All right. How is this Leatherface for you so far? Then. I think he's fucking vicious in this one. I mean, dude, I thought the
so that's what he was doing because the chainsaw wasn't working, so he was trying to fix it.
You know, for a
while, probably the first time he's used it in like fucking
50 years.
Oh damn!
Okay, that was suspenseful.
Well, okay, they did that, and now as far as this Leatherface, because keep in mind, because I'm trying to think this is supposed to be Gunnar Hansen, and we just watched him like an hour ago, so I'm kind of like, I can kind of buy it.
Whoa. You know, I noticed he also put his apron back on as well.
Yeah, he did.
So he's in fucking full leather face.
Oh god, the CGI there was dodgy.
Well, this movie does have a $20 million budget, so you can only do so much. Oh, dude, I'm just there, for fuck's sake. You ain't covered in shit.
Ugh.
That's nasty. That was fucking filthy, dude.
Then, man, that wouldn't kill me, but that would so fuck my day up.
Yeah,
Literally
right?
literally just got shitted on.
Yep.
No, so this is the scene, huh?
Yeah. And here's the thing, you gotta think about this too. This movie's called Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right? What's the one thing every movie has not had?
Well, because remember what I said in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D? Like they had a missed opportunity with that carnival scene.
Exactly. And now we're
Like,
finally gonna get a massacre. Oh, dude,
yeah, I'm about to say the bus is moving.
the
Oh,
way
there's the
he's
shot.
fucking ominously standing there, dude.
I was like, he probably had to run to slash the tire.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
I mean, he's all like, oh shit!
Dude, why are you going out the... Oh. Well, you're not coming back again. See?
Damn, that was quick.
Yeah.
That was quick.
He is not fucking playing in this.
Like, I'll say this, like this movie didn't waste any time. Like, it went straight to it.
Yeah, they went for it here. Oh, look at this shit. You know that's a reflection of what people are like today with phones. Cancelled. You want... dude, do you know who you're fucking talking to? This is Leatherface. You're going to get cancelled. Let's see what the scene's like. Oh, fucking hell. Where is this? I want to go. That looks so fast. The fucking comments, man.
Like I said, like I will say this, like it definitely did something that 3 Dicks didn't do.
Yeah, a massacre.
Actual massacre, yeah.
Dude, he is just... Oh my god.
CGI blood. Like, come on.
Well, you can't actually cut somebody in half like that and make it convincing with a practical effect.
Yeah, I know, but
listen, I don't mind. What's that?
Yeah, this scene's not bad.
I like it. I think that I actually kind of like the music score as well. It's kind of reminiscent of the original, but with like an industrial vibe. Oh, jeez. I know it's CG, but still, these guys are getting fucking offed in bad ways.
I like that shot with the bloody hands.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna say it. I'm actually enjoying this film.
Shit, nobody trying to fight.
How you fight? Oh, that went through his dick. You saw that, right?
Yeah. My shit kind of itched a little bit.
Whoa. I know it's CG, but that was a nice decapitation. I don't know about you, man, but I'm actually.
That was a pretty cool scene. I mean, it was nice to finally give Leatherface a scene where he fucking just goes ape shit. Because he's never had that, and
Exactly.
never had that Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie.
Exactly. I mean, he is just destroying people in this. I mean, I was expecting this movie to be not that. I mean, like I said, I had a little bit of hope, but I wasn't expecting it to go like this.
Yeah, this definitely in competition, probably like the most bloodiest Texas Chainsaw Massacre film in the franchise.
Yeah, and I thought the 2006 prequel, was gruesome. This just fucking topped it in my mind.
I can literally say this was, so far that was the best scene in the movie right there.
Yeah,
that was the best scene. There's Sally.
Yep. We finally got a massacre in the movie at last.
Oh God, I hope. I hope they don't kill her. Please, I hope they don't kill her.
And if they do,
I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm kind of dreading this, but
I'm kind of dreading it too.
Let's just see where they go with this. Let's just go with it. And don't forget, they got that thing at the post-credit scenes as well, so we gotta stick around for that.
I've been waiting 50 years for this night. I'm like, damn it, I've heard. Oh shit.
You just did Halloween.
Yeah, like Laurie said that. Like,
you know that's gonna be on every fucking requel we can think of now.
Yeah, because she said I waited 50 years for. I'm like, Laurie said that. Like, oh Jesus.
Well, it was 40 years for Laurie, 50 years for Sally, I guess. But still, come on, guys. But like I said, I think ever since that Halloween revival they done.
Wait.
Dude, she's going scared.
At least have it be honorable. At least.
If she does die, she better go out shooting. And not some cheap-ass death if it does go that way.
And keep in mind, like I said, we just saw the fucking first film. So this is pretty important right now.
All right, let's see how this goes.
And so far, the lady playing her is not doing a bad job.
Well, yeah, like I said, she was in that film, Mandy. I think she was the villain in that film, right? Mother Morlene, I think her name was in that film.
Yeah.
Does he remember her?
Pamela, Jerry, and Frank.
Sally, I honestly don't think he remembers you at all. Oh, I've just noticed also, he's got his old gear on, not just the apron, but you notice he had his other gear on too. He honestly doesn't know you.
Yeah, he more than likely doesn't.
Well, it has been 50 years.
Wait, what the fuck?
He just walked off. What's that about?
I was supposed to learn school.
Hey, he just walked off.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Okay.
Oh no. Does that look familiar?
Get the fuck out of here.
She's playing mind games with her.
I'm like, why did he walk away though? That's my question.
I don't know. Was it just me, or when he was in that room, did you get that impression that he was kind of feeling like shit for what he did? Oh. Oh, he's holding the bit where it pumps. That didn't even phase him. Oh, no! Oh, dude, they fucking did it. James? They just fucking offed Sally. Like, what?
Oh.
Help me out here, dude. What's going on? Talk to me.
You know how I feel about shit like this.
Go ahead, just fucking say it. Come on, man. Get it out there.
So Sally dies.
Yep. Thanks for coming. Like, listen. If she had a lot more to do, the death would have been a bit more meaningful. I wouldn't have been so mad about it or as upset about it. Right now, I'm kind of like, what?
I'm legit kind of fucking bummed.
You're gonna do her like that? I mean, okay, that was a pretty epic death, but you should have given you should have given her a little more to do. She was only on here for what? What, 10, 15 minutes max?
She was barely in the fucking movie.
Yeah, like, I think that's the only, right now for me, that's like the major gripe I have now.
Like she was barely in the fucking movie.
Epic death and all, but you should have given her more. You should have given her more to do before you did that.
Like, I want to be honest with you. Like, she was kind of the only character Wait.
Lever fuck? Gun's got safety on, asshole.
Wait a minute, she just called him Leatherfuck.
Yeah, she did. She called him lever fuck. I'd be mad too.
And he's still quick.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, she's still going.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know she's fucked because you saw what that chainsaw did.
Well, she saved her at least.
Yep. She said to her, "Don't run." Well, now she's gone. But again, should have given her a little bit more before you did that. But then again, this movie's like 80 minutes. But again, we'll talk about it when it's over.
Well, yeah, but you could have easily made this Sally story than these fucking kids.
Good point.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, Paul. Like, I don't really give a shit about them.
No, I don't either. I kind of knew. I had the feeling coming in that, you know, these characters, when I was looking at them on the trailer, I was thinking, I don't know if I even give a shit about some of these characters.
Okay, so what? So this girl's arc is that what, she was scared of guns, and now she's using a gun to get that. That's the arc. Like,
I'm guessing that. When your ass is on the line, it makes you kind of get over certain things, I guess.
I understand that, but
But yeah, I know. It's just right now, I'm just kind of like
I'm not gonna lie, Paul. Like, I was kind of into it there until what happened to Sally, and it's like,
yeah. Here's the thing. I don't hate this film. I'm still enjoying it, but I'm just like, guys, what the fuck? You killed off like one of the legacy characters. God damn it!
It seems to be a fucking trend nowadays.
Yeah, ask Dewey.
R.I.P. Dewey and R.I.P. Sally. God damn.
Fuck. Is he hiding in there? Is he hiding in that murky ass shit? Nope. He's around.
All right, so just to let everybody know, we are watching the new Texas Chainsaw film. There's 15 minutes left in the movie. I'm at an hour and 7 seconds and 50 hour 7 minutes and 55 seconds in.
Yep. And we just had something shocking happen, but we'll get to that in due time.
And we see this woman with a shotgun looking for Leatherface.
Set him up. She set up. He set her up.
Wait a minute.
He set her up.
Wait, Leatherface setting traps?
Yeah, Leatherface set a trap.
I don't envision Gunnar Hansen Leatherface doing that, but okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's the whole fact that he's got older. He's learned a few. Oh, fuck it. I don't know.
I mean, no, but like I said, he's supposed to be simple-minded, right? I
don't know. Like, maybe he's learned something along in the last 50 years. I honestly
that too.
Well, that was Friday the 13th, Part 6. If I ever saw that bit.
Oh Lord Jesus!
It's not bad, but still. Philip just said, I guess the film nailed the Gen Z or whatever they're called perfectly. Shallow, paper thin, with little in terms of personality or character. Maybe it was intentional satire. Maybe it is, Phil.
Yeah, what the fuck happened? Was she accepting her fate? Because Leatherface on top of her.
No, that's what's going on. Everyone's getting...
Oh, okay. He just threw her.
That wasn't a bad shot with him standing there with that chainsaw. Ooh. No shells left. Dude, this guy just took some full-on shotgun blast to the chest, and he's still standing. Caught him in the chin.
Oh, shit!
Caught him right in the chin. She fucking tagged him with that chainsaw. Like, she straight up tagged him in the chin with that chainsaw. We killed Leatherface off? I don't think that's gonna put him out. I don't think he's going out like that. That's reminiscent of TCM3 right there.
Yeah, you read my mind. I was like, yeah, that's TCM3 right here. So
at least in a way, they're kind of acknowledging moments from the previous movies.
From the previous movies, yeah.
Not there's anything wrong with that, but that was not a bad touch there with that shot. But you know, I'm still kind of like with Sally. I'm like, what?
What? Right. So what's gonna happen next? See
know.
Sally in the Polaroid shot in her hat. Was she putting Sally's hat on? What? She's the new Sally now.
I think so.
Yeah, because she put on her hat, so you know, like do that symbolism shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me guess. Leatherface gonna be in the back fucking seat. If they do that, I'll be so pissed off.
Is that one of those cars that drives themselves?
Yeah.
That's a thing now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, autopilot. Yeah.
Whoa! Dude! He's like, bitch, I got your sister.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
Oh, he's... I don't know about you, man, but issues aside, I actually like this one. This one didn't piss me off as bad as the last two did. I kind of dig this one. There's a couple of things here that they did that I really got into. Like, I like a little bit of extra lore to the history. The fucking deaths on this, yeah. Presentation was pretty good. And Leatherface, I mean, okay, it's not Gunnar Hansen, but this guy was, he was pretty fucking lethal in this one. And I think, well, you know, the standout moment, I think we're both in agreement with this one, the bus.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the biggest what the fuck moment, killing Sally off. But, and of course, you know, the story was a bit basic, but then again, it's an 83-minute film, so you can only do so much. The characters, the main characters, I don't know. I didn't feel.
I really didn't care.
No, I didn't. It's that whole Gen Z thing, isn't it? So, but.
And the one person, I guess they tried to make us care about the school shooter survivor. It's like, yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah.
But like I said, clearly, they're making her to be like the new Sally, you know. So like, and clearly that was a sequel bait ending right there. So
I mean, I can see this being a sequel if they keep the same producers and writer on board, the Fred Alvarez and Rodo, because they definitely knew their shit to some extent. A couple of things they fucked up on, but that aside, I mean, I wasn't pissed off with this like I was with Free Dicks, and I think this is probably, it came very close to being, for me, it came very close to being pretty much as good as the remake. They had the same, and of course you had those nods to the previous movies in there. You could just see them. They were pretty subtle.
Yeah, but I saw. I'm sorry. I just saw again narrator John Larroquette. Yeah.
Yeah, that was him.
Now with me, how I have to watch it again.
Yeah, I think I'll too.
Because I'm still trying to process everything that happened. Normally it takes about 2-3 watches for me to fully get my true thoughts on it. So I mean, right now it was decent. It was decent. It like I said, it didn't piss me off. Had some good gore. And the introduction of Leatherface and how they explain what makes Leatherface become Leatherface again. It was something different. I didn't really see coming. Where he just kind of he was kind of forced to go back to that again.
Yeah.
It was decent. It was definitely the best. I could probably say the best one since the remake. But that's not really saying much because the bar's been very lowered. But
yeah, fair point. But I think for me, at the minute, I would say I now have 4 TCM movies out of the 9 that I like now.
Black Man in the White Rose said, he wants a sequel. A 60, 70-year-old man, Leatherface is in great shape. This is the second best, easily. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this guy that played Leatherface, Mark Burnham, he brought some fucking physicality to this. Like, he's fucking throwing chainsaws at people. He's smashing people's faces in with a fucking hammer. He cut a guy's face apart with a meat cleaver. Like,
now the whole bit of him like trapping people and tricking people. I'm like, yeah, like unless, like you said, Paul, unless he probably like got smarter as the years went on. But I'm just like, Gunnar Hansen wasn't really like that. Leatherface wasn't that type of person, like he was. Again, he was simple-minded. Like he didn't think.
Yeah. I was just seeing that the visual effects is by Mr. X. That's the effects crew that did those Resident Evil films. I thought I recognized the style.
Yeah, it definitely looked Resident Evil like.
Yeah.
But people in the chat, how did you enjoy Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022? Black Man on White World says he's second best, easy. What did you think? Yeah, right now the credits we're just waiting on the after credit scene. After credit scene apparently, which is like the new thing now.
Well, Philip saying, you know what this film is lacking? A crazy guy with a robotic remote-controlled leg hammering it up and chewing the scenery like no tomorrow, Matthew McConaughey style. Yeah,
if Matthew McConaughey ever came back, bro, I'd be like, I'm all for.
Yeah, I would say bring it
Let's
on.
Go, Larry. Yeah. You definitely bring Phil back.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll see filmed at German studio Sofia, Bulgaria. Camera equipment, but yeah, okay. But for a film with a budget of $20 million, they did all right with this. Oh, it was a Canadian-made film as well.
Well, that's what horror movies are doing now. They're doing basically going back to low budget productions.
Yeah, and also when you do a film in another country, $20 million over here is a lot of money over there. You can do quite a lot. It's like a currency thing, All right, let's see what this post credit is. That's what my friend told me that happened at the end. Okay, so that's Leatherface. Where are we going? Is that the old house?
He's going all
He went home. Hmm. Hold on, James. Just if the mic's being an ass again. Well, while you fix the mic, I'll just I'll drop a little bit of what I'm thinking here. Right. As you guys probably remember, when I was talking about the last TCM movie, well, the recent TCM movie when we were doing the franchise discussion, I had my worries about this one, but at the same time, again, the reason I got interested in this one was because of who they had on board for this. So I guess you could say I was kind of hopeful, but I was nervous at the same time because of the fact that we've had a couple of movies right now where I guess you could say the last 2 or 3 movies didn't hit the spot with a lot of people and pissed us off to no end. But with this new one, I actually was pleasantly surprised by how this one turned out. I mean, okay, yeah, it's not perfect. It ain't no masterpiece. And it definitely wasn't going to top the original. But for some reason, and I don't know why I feel like this yet. Maybe my mind will change on it later on. But this movie did, in a strange way for me, felt like a organic, natural follow-up to the original, for better or for worse. It felt like a natural follow-up 50 years on. The death scenes were fucking good. Like, surprisingly, like, really fucking nasty shit. And, the bus massacre scene, easily probably the best scene in the movie. And, think about this, too. We finally had a massacre scene in a movie that's called Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We finally got the massacre scene, which we could have had on 3D, but they never pulled the fucking trigger on that. The main characters, I don't know. I guess it's because of the whole generation thing for me, the whole Gen Z type is like very shallow. And maybe that was the intention of this movie. Maybe it was like intentional satire of those type of characters. Maybe I don't know. I know Philip brought that up in the chat. But for some of those characters, I didn't feel much for them at all. Like, okay, I might have a little sorry for the gun survivor victim because, I mean, let's face it, getting shot up in a situation like that is never a nice thing. So I guess you could say I had a little bit of a soft spot there. I think the biggest shocker, and at the same time I'm thinking, man, why did you do it, would be the fact where they killed Sally off. Because, I mean, if they were going to do that, I think they should have at least maybe had her have a bit more to do, build her character up a little bit. And then the death scene, her death would have been a bit more meaningful. Yeah, she had a pretty good epic death, fucking gutted with a chainsaw and then lifted up in the air and just tossed out like she was nothing. Okay, pretty epic death scene, but I would have loved to have seen a little bit more from Sally. We only got her for like, what, 10, 15 minutes of screen time in total, I think. So I would have loved to have seen them at least fleshed out more, but I guess they never went for that. But yeah, the minor issues aside, this is just me because of my first time viewing it. My opinion might change if I watch it a second time, but for now, I was satisfied with this film. This film checked a few boxes that I was expecting it to check, and I know it's not a very high bar, but that's probably my favorite Texas Chainsaw movie since the 2003 remake. So, yeah, it was good. I don't know if they'll do a sequel. Maybe they will, because it's all up to Netflix and Legendary Pictures. But they did say that they were planning on making more. I mean, Legendary Pictures had ideas to make not only just movies but TV series that's based on this as well. So whether the next one will be another movie or a TV series, that remains to be seen. But yeah, all in all, I enjoyed it. So I think score wise, I'm probably going to give it at the moment. I'd probably say 7, maybe 7.5 out of 10, because there was a few things they'd done right. Again, I liked the presentation of the feel, and of course, Leatherface was pretty good on this. A few things I wasn't happy with or I didn't agree with, like killing Sally off the way they did, but they could have added a lot more to it. So yeah, I'll give it 7 out of 10 for now. My opinion might change when I watch it again at some point, but I will say that I was satisfied and I wasn't pissed off at it like I was before with the previous two. So yeah, good film. James?
Okay. It has some good gore. It is in competition, but probably with the prequel of it being the most bloodiest one of the franchise. I thought the look of Leatherface was good.
Yep.
Again, go at a good pace. Like I said, just like the first film, it just flies right by. Good. Did a good job. Like, supposed to buy that this is an older Gunnar Hansen, and I don't think he made that type of a mark, but he still did a good job at making it his own.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, like the whole scene when Leatherface was tricking that one chick about he was supposed that the chainsaw was over there, and he just jumps out. I'm like, yeah, that Leatherface wouldn't have done that in 1974, but okay. I thought the explanation of what led to Leatherface killing was like, okay, I guess I could buy that. The whole orphanage thing, I didn't really agree with, because it's kind of like, okay, so when did he go to this orphanage? How long was he there? And no orphanage was mentioned in the first film. So like,
yeah, it was like a unanswered question that just popped up out of nowhere.
like I said, like it's just one thing about these Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they add shit that you didn't really need to add. The characters, like I said, I honestly didn't really give a fuck. I kind of gave more of a fuck about the people in the first film than I did here.
Yeah.
Like they all just kind of come off as like get Gen Z assholes. Sally. Now this one kind of hits different because, like I said, we just watched the original film, so. And I hate this. And this is supposed to be a direct sequel, so it's kind of like, so she's gonna die regardless.
I would have liked to, like I said, I would have liked to have seen more from her, and then that death would have been more meaningful.
I was gonna say it. Like, if we more followed Sally and it was from more of her perspective, then I think it would have been a much more effective. But the fact that you could have literally cut Sally out and it would have made no difference.
True.
Like, it would have made she was inconsequential. And I think that's a big disservice to Sally's character. Yeah, you could have cut her out and the movie wouldn't have missed her. So I'm just gonna say I thought they did a very poor job at how they handled Sally. Like I'm just gonna be straight up. I did not like it. And like you said, we only had what 10 minutes of her on screen. Like
roughly
that
10 minutes, yeah.
that's a big disservice to her. And I thought the lady who played Sally did a good job. I just fucking wish it was Marilyn Burns. Like I said, I would have had more of a connection.
Yeah, same here.
The ending, I kind of saw the ending coming because I was like, because normally Leatherface likes to jump out at the very end. Like he never dies in these movies. Like like Michael Myers never really dies, and but like he always seems to come back at the very end. So I kind of saw it coming there.
It's a nice decapitation, though, I gotta admit, and they managed to keep the bit where he's swinging the chainsaw and the head as well.
Yeah. I saw he was doing the chainsaw dance. It was decent. It was decent. Like it's a good, time waster of a horror movie. Like I said, I'm probably gonna watch this again over the weekend to see how I really feel because I could wind up hating this movie the more and more I watch it. But as of right now, for a first watch, it was a decent horror film.
Agreed.
But like you said, like the bar has been lowered with this franchise. There's not many great movies, so I can comfortably say that this is the third best behind the first one and the remake for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
For sure. Are they going to make a sequel? Clearly, with that ending, that they're leaving it open, especially with him going back to the old house. So, and like, we'll just have to see how Netflix feels. So far, from what I'm seeing from reviews, it's kind of mixed right now.
Well, right now it's got it has a 30. I'm gonna look on Rotten Tomatoes because on the Wikipedia it says it's got a 37%. That's professional critic reviews. I want to see what the audience said about it.
Yeah. Fuck the critics. I want to know what the audience feels.
All right, hang on. Let me check. All right, I'll do Metacritic as well. All right, so professional critics gave it 34%. The audience is currently 46%. So it's about 12% higher than what critics were saying. So that's Rotten Tomatoes.
Not that far off.
Not that far off, no. Metacritic, I'm going to look right now. Let's see what they're saying there. Ouch. All right.
That bad?
Metacritic professional score was 36. The user score is a 4.6, which is interesting because before we started doing these watch throughs, it was at a 5.6. So let me see what's going on there. All right. So far, there are 2 positive reviews from professional critics, 10 mixed, 8 negatives. The user score is 5 positives, 4 mixed, 8 negative. But it's like I said, it's only just come out, so these are just early numbers at the minute.
All right. Well, we'll definitely see once Sunday and Monday rolls around. We'll get a good idea of what the general consensus of this movie is. But yeah, I honestly got nothing else left to say. Paul, you got anything else to add about this movie?
Well, I will say I was nervous about how this one was going to turn out. But I was kind of also a little bit hopeful because of who was attached to it, in terms of writers and producers. So it was, I guess you could say, it was in good hands. They had an idea what they were doing. Just maybe 1 or 2 things I didn't agree with, like killing off Sally the way epic death, yeah, but too soon in the movie for that to happen. You should have given them more to do. That's probably the only big glaring issue I had with this movie was how they handled Sally. But everything else, when it comes to the presentation, the look of Leatherface and the deaths, it checked the right boxes with me. standout scene of, like I said earlier, definitely the bus.
Oh yes, I forgot to say that. Yeah, the bus was definitely it was the best scene for sure.
But yeah, I actually did enjoy this film. I wasn't pissed off with it like I was with Three Dicks. And like I said before, when I said at the start of this film, I wasn't expecting this to be a masterpiece. I wasn't expecting this to top the original. I just wanted to be entertained by it, and to some extent, I got what I wanted.
Good. I'm glad he was entertained by it. Like I said, just ask me like next week how I feel about it, and then I'll probably give you a better my true feelings on it.
We can probably recap that when we do our next film on Friday. And speaking of which, what's the plan for Friday, people wonders?
Well, I was thinking because we did the first one and this newest one, I was thinking we might as well do the remake, the 2003 version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, I've got that on Blu-ray somewhere. I can definitely do that. Yeah.
Yes, and then I see it's here on Netflix as well. So, I definitely say we can definitely do that. Watch, the 3 best films of the franchise.
Yeah, why not? The Texas Chainsaw 2003 remake. I'm down for that. And I was thinking also, so that's your pick for next Friday. For the Friday after, what am I thinking? I got a coin tosser here with you, man. Tell me what you think about this. 2 films you haven't seen. So here's what I'm thinking: 1984 horror slasher, and Philip knows what I'm talking about. Rosemary Killer, aka The Prowler, or and I know it's on Netflix. Either Headshot or The Night Comes For Us. What do you want to go for on that one?
I think I'm gonna go with The Prowler.
Prowler? All right,
yeah.
Cool. DVD there. We can do that. And then we'll try some of the other ones after that. But yeah. So, folks, next Friday, we are going to be going through the 2003 remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's been a minute since I've seen that one. And then we're going to be going through the 1984 horror slasher, The Prowler, or AKA Rosemary Killer in the UK. So you got a bunch of movies coming up. We're only just getting started here, folks. More to come.
Yes, indeed. So we're going to wrap it up there, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed this double feature watch along of Texas Chainsaw Massacre 74 and 2022. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Hit that like and subscribe button. And we will see you again for the Primetime podcast on Tuesday. I couldn't do it this past Tuesday because I had to work. So but we definitely will be back. Tuesday, lots of things to talk about. Cody Rhodes leaving, Stone Cold might be coming back, Undertaker going to the Hall of Fame. Like a lot of things to talk about. The next week will be Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. We will see y'all next week. Everyone have a good weekend, and rest in peace, Sally. So we're out.
See you later.